Hello and welcome to the Meowing Madness. Me, IceCat7, aka DeadCat7, and Wild Bill, and hopefully ClaphamThor, but to be honest I don't think he's going to show up, so maybe he'll get in a chat or something, hoping. But yeah, just two of us for now, and we're going to play some MotoGP.
Just listening to the audio.
Right.
You're okay.
Yeah, good.
I don't think
you should be able to hear
no.
you.
You can hear me, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I don't heard me. Yeah. That's fine.
Yep. Alright, so anytime.
But yeah, yeah, it should be okay.
Guess who commented and uploaded a video just an hour ago, and he commented on the video I uploaded.
I don't know.
Like, you'll be easily be able to guess.
I'm not sure because you said upload a video, that narrows it down. I don't know.
It's a guy we both. It's a guy we both watch his videos. He's a guy. He also lives in the UK.
Oh, Nuclear Redfield.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he did, and ClaphamThor replied to him as well.
Oh, okay. What did they say? Was it?
Well, he just said, "Oh, it's over. It's over for him," and like ClaphamThor didn't really understand what he was saying or something.
Oh, Nuclear Redfield trying to say it's over for the ClaphamThor.
Yeah.
I don't know. ClaphamThor doesn't believe that, does he?
I don't think so. No, I'm not sure. I was wanted to ask him, but I guess it's a bit too late for me. I told him we'd be on an hour ago, so I think he could be asleep right now. Unfortunately, he is the opposite to us. You know, he's an early guy, so can't blame him for that.
That's unfortunate.
Well, he read my message, but he might be just too tired, man. So fair enough. If you're too tired, man, no worries. You can I don't know, leave a comment or something.
Yeah, hopefully we can maybe sometime arrange everyone up.
Yeah.
Is my audio coming through okay? I'm just not sure the position of the mic. You're right.
Yep, it's good.
Yeah, alright. So that should be okay. I'm set into the lobby. So I guess just select your rider wherever you want.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. It looks like you've still got the red light.
Yep, I'm ready as well.
Right. Hopefully it's kind of mellow, chilled out. You didn't read my last message, did you?
On what? Discord?
Yeah, I was saying, like, if you've got some spare gigabytes, if you try and read...
Overwatch 2.
Yeah, just put it on a thumbstick so you can quickly shift it.
Yes.
You must have like a spare 64 gigabytes thumbstick around.
I have now because I deleted a few games because of, remember before we were trying to put more games on, so I deleted some of
Today is a perfect day for racing. The sun is shining and temperatures are mild.
But like I said, I'd only play Overwatch on stream because I don't really like it anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean...
So that's why I stopped, because I thought we would like playing other games. There's no point at the moment because I got like the Game Pass and that, and we're playing other games, so...
Yeah, but there's no good games to play. There's none. There's really no good games to play.
But Overwatch 2 isn't good either though, to be honest.
Oh, I think it's good. I like it. I think it's good.
It gets boring really quickly because it's just the same thing. Like,
your voice is coming over the television. That's annoying.
What do you mean?
It's coming over the game as well. Anyway, it's not too bad. It's very quiet, so...
What do you mean my voice is... What, your audio or my audio?
Every time you talk, you're not only coming over on Discord, you're also coming through my television. In other words, you're coming through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I just thought maybe there was a feedback on my end. It's on your end. Okay.
Well, shouldn't you turn that off?
Turn what off?
You better turn that off. I don't know. You've got to go to your settings on your Xbox and turn off your voice. I mean, that's kind of annoying. And
The green flag waves
all
from
right,
the back of
whatever.
the grid at Aragon. Everything ready
My
for
voice?
into first gear. Full gas and off we go.
It seems to be fine, to be honest. Luckily, I've got my television on low volume. Overwatch is a good game, man.
Oh damn! I wasn't. You distracted me. I wasn't even ready when it started.
Fuck. This is really hard, this game. I don't even know where I'm going.
I need to turn off the audio on the browser.
Oh my god! I crashed into your sliding bike. Oh yeah, there you are.
Yeah, because I wasn't ready because I was trying to sort out what you were saying about the audio.
Jesus, well yeah, it's fucking important. Alright, I crashed straight away. And we gotta learn how to multitask, man. Don't let women be better than us at everything. Like, Jesus.
It wasn't that, it's just I was distracted. I didn't realise the race.
Yeah, come on, man, multitask. You know, multitasking is the one thing women are better at than men. Apparently.
Apparently, yeah, I think so. Memory as well, actually.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
I got a message.
From who?
ClaphamThor.
Oh, okay. Still awake.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him in the chat. What he should say? If he's watching, talk in the chat, not on my phone. Oh fuck.
Where are you?
I don't know. I'm way behind.
Okay, well, let's just restart the race, man. It's so
Can
far
you
behind.
turn? Can you turn? Oh my god.
What is it? Like, let's get this sorted first then. Before we
Well, it's
start
not
the race.
that big. I can't actually hear it, but I can see the little symbol come up on my TV screen. Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what you're referring to, see. I'm listening to the stream. It sounds fine.
Yeah, it sounds fine. Yeah. But
So I don't know.
oh god.
You meant you're like turn the audio and I'm like what?
I don't know if it's possible.
It's
to
not
turn
my
it.
end, is it? Because I'm on air.
It
on
is.
the headphones on.
So what it is? Right, I don't know.
headphones
All right. What it is? You're talking to me on Discord, right?
Yeah.
But you're also talking to me over the game. This has happened to us once before. I remember on another game this
Really?
happened to us. Yeah.
Oh wow. So there's an echo, yeah.
No, there isn't, because I have my television turned down extra low, but I can see the little symbol pop up every time you talk. So it's not that urgent, to be honest.
Okay, so it doesn't matter then. Yeah, I'm not aware of that. I don't know if there's maybe a way I can turn it off if it was noisy. I don't know. Alright. Great lobby again. I'll invite you.
Okay.
It's just super easy now to just invite you all the time.
It worked. Oh, he's here. Look. All right, should we let's pause. Let's talk to
Okay.
Oh fuck's sake. Oh god. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat now.
Yeah. I'm back.
Oh, we've got someone else in there. Did I put it? Must have put it public.
Oh yeah, just quit this.
Alright.
Oh crap.
What's happening?
Well, I just gotta quit out the game. I'm gonna put a strain on my internet doing all this. I wish I should have sorted this out with William beforehand.
I'll just go quick pee while you're sorting it out.
Okay, sure. Oh, good. Hey, how's it going? You alright?
Yeah, I'm going off to bed in a couple of minutes, but...
Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully we can do it this way. I've kind of got two things.
I thought Wild Bill was in America. I didn't know that. I thought it was in the US.
No, he's not in America, but he...
Yeah, that's what I thought. But...
He's north of London.
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I might be north of London. I might be somewhere. I might be north of London in a month or two. There's not particularly any proviso, any way for me to expand my money or career where I am now. It doesn't look like it. Although I'm popular with a load of people, that's fine. But again, the manager himself, he don't live around here. He's like a motorway drive away. That's insane. I've only heard of that in American states. But like a manager of somewhere will live interstate or out of state. He lives on the south coast. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, I kept 2 screenshots from the chat with that woman that showed that she was discussing the modelling with me. It was mentioned just to show people like that how, people will turn, people will zigzag, people will put a front up, even in business. But then she did say to me, she said, "Have you got any condoms?" Well, anyway, Victoria, what I checked, love, this isn't a next video's, shoot. This is a clothes thing, but this is just me to get more exposure with my modelling as well. This is not a hookup. As I said, it ain't a hookup, actually. This is a business. And then she said to me in the chat, I'll get it somewhere, she said, are you worried that I'll turn you down? Are you worried that I'll turn you down? She said to me, "No, I ain't worried about that. Believe me, you overestimate. Like, I'm a conservative. You overestimate your value. She overestimates herself." I'm just worried that I was worried. I know it was simping, 100%. But I was worried that I wouldn't get a business chance. That's what it was. I wouldn't get a mutual kind of like we could create something good. It's all immaterial, sort of immaterial, crap, we can create something, good sometimes. It's more than the parts. You can create something, an art piece. A couple of people do a piece. A solo one does that, graffiti. graffiti scholar. He makes that in the Midlands or in Waterloo or in Brixton. He's been doing it for like 25 years. Solo one. He makes a big art piece.
Solo
Sometimes there's 3 or 4 artists that make a mural.
Mural. Right.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, I was simping what I did yesterday as well. I'll still call it that. I'm trying to get very high standards for myself. That's the only way I'll win. I was simping because I accepted an acting role. I want to actually be a model, a catalogue model. Not on the runways. There's little, probably very little to no chance of that at my age, even though I look young. I'm not looking any of that modelling. Catalogue modelling, promotions, product modelling, location modelling. It was fun for me. It was just a bit of fun seeing Burner, because I'm wondering, you know, where he got that chain made, you know, with his name, you know, customised this chain with Burner's name.
Chain.
And it was fun because at the end of the day, if I'm an actor, my dancing was sneaky, Alex. I was doing a slightly, a little bit jagged, my dancing. You understand? As an actor, a bit sneaky. And you like that, actually. I don't look better than Burner if I'm a drug fiend. We were dancing. There's some outtakes on that video, I think. Some more when Burner's bigging me up. It's like, oh yeah, you're a good client. You know, Williams bought these stimulants from me. It's real street shit. He feels amazing. It was like that. And they said I did good, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the main thing.
Who's they?
Oh, Burner. The people in Newham. You know, the borough of Newham. Burner's videographer. The set designer, they said I did good in my part. I think the girls did good as well.
Who were the girls?
Oh, they were like, one of them is like a product manager. One of them's like a hostess in a hotel. One of them was actually from Berners End. One of them from Berners area. There were like 4 people there from Berners crew on set.
Yeah, I wasn't that
They
impressed.
actually used quite high-end equipment. It was all gimbal.
Yeah,
The camera had gimbals. It was a 16:9. You know, 16:9, 16:9 ratio.
Oh.
It was a proper film production camera.
Yeah, I wasn't that
They
impressed with
recorded
Burner,
me.
I'll be
They
honest.
said to me, act like you're actually developing a high from the chemical in your body. Like, act sort of cracked out and a bit excited. So they did me some test, you know, some extra shots like that. You know, I'm cracked out, you know, excited on the drugs. I've got a mobile phone in my hand. I'm kind of calling Burner.
I'll be honest, I wasn't that impressed with Burner. I did not think it was that good.
I just don't like the bit where I had to yell into the sky and throw my hands back on the barrier, on the waffle fence. The waffle fence. I threw my hands back because Burner said, and I agreed. Do you know what he said?
What did he say?
People really, he knows that. The clients really that take that, they don't act in that way. They would smile weirdly, randomly. He said mine was a bit more realistic. You sort of like smile, kind of slightly, like smile weirdly now and again, or crazily, just briefly. They wouldn't throw their hands back and then shout, "Woo, this is good shit."
Can you guys hear each other, by the way? Bill, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you hear him or not?
Well, the problem is I can hear him, but I have to listen to the stream, so there's a delay, isn't there?
Okay.
Right.
But
I can't hear. If I mute the stream, I can only hear you.
Oh, you're joking?
No.
Oh shit.
So I can only hear ClaphamThor when I listen to the stream, but there's about a 10-second delay.
Oh shit.
I'm behind.
It's actually my conversation Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Can I?
So it's a bit awkward.
Can I ask you to do a massive favour? Can you tell the Clapham? Oh shit. Hello? Oh. Oh. Well, he disconnected anyway.
Oh, well, you said something about a favour. What was it?
Can you tell him on the chat how to get on Discord? Can you talk to him on the chat, basically?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, yeah. Alright.
I'll be honest. To be honest, he's kind of boring, isn't he? I mean, I don't want to be rude to the guy, but he's
yeah, it's better if it's like a freeway sort of.
Yeah, but yeah, well, that was my fault.
If he's doing it on the phone, he's ideally.
Oh crap! 3-0.
Join Discord.
I'm gonna have to quit. This guy's too good.
Okay, so let's just.
I'll send him a.
Send them a
Oh, his connection went down.
Reader. Just ask him if he's going to be able to download Discord for his phone. I can try and explain it to him.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty straightforward. If he doesn't have a Discord account, it doesn't take long to set one up anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him now. Yeah, well, I got. He kind of talks about the same thing. I am very interested in what happened to him with this. She's called Victoria. Hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. Victoria something. She's called. And she's she's like South American.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was certainly building up momentum with his monologue, right? But I was trying to catch up what he was saying because I was on the delay.
He's talking about his acting in some rap video, which I checked the rapper out. He didn't impress me that much. No, but
not that high profile, no.
No. Then again, what rappers are high profile these days? Hardly any of them. Well, not from the UK.
I mean, a lot of them maybe have sort of.
They have street
clout,
yeah,
right? Street cred.
Oh. I think her name's Victoria Rose or something. I have to look it up afterwards.
Alright.
You'll have to ask William.
Is William still around?
I don't know. Well,
ClaphamThor, has he disappeared?
I think he's disappeared.
Perhaps
I think
Victoria's at his law in Lingerie.
Possibly.
He said to take care of business.
But he said his connection went down, nothing. So I think he's gone for the night. That's a shame. You didn't get to ask him any questions.
No, although we'd have to figure out an easier way because
yeah, well, he'd have to use Discord. I'll tell him next time. It was my fault. I should have made it clear to him. He doesn't. He says. He says he does sound autistic. He says he's not autistic, but he has ADD, attention deficit disorder. But I think that's very similar to autism. And to me, I think he may be autistic because he has the hallmarks. of being
He
autistic.
seems something like that, yeah. That's
He says
what
it's
I was gonna say.
ADD, but I don't know, man. It could
I
just
mean, there
be
is-
a different brand of autism.
Yeah, it's like, it just seems it's a little hard to, for you to get a word in at times, right? Once it gets going.
Yeah,
So
well,
nice.
he's not coming back in here. Oh look, Kev TV's
Oh,
here.
your friend's in the chat.
What the fuck?
It's like your sworn enemy, right?
Oh. Yeah, what's he saying?
He said, takes ages to dox me, Ice Cat.
Yeah, but we're getting there, you know. Well, I thought possibly. I actually thought that Doomer had managed to get some info on Kev TV, but I don't need to dox you anymore. You know, you already admitted, basically, you know, about you, so.
Maybe Kev TV's the guy you're fighting on Tekken.
Kev TV is like Reform Stoic's biggest fan. By the way, well, now that William's gone, should we can go back to
Yeah, sure.
after this? Oh
Yeah.
god.
Kev, we're not that old. We're not boomers.
Ooh. I'll go on the right
Oh
side.
now. Millennial fucktards, you could say, but we're not boomers.
Oh my god.
Come on, Ice Cat, you got this. Run around.
Ah, I can do that. He fell for that about 10 times during the match. He fell for that move. Oh.
Oh, you gone. Yeah, 'cause I'm on delay.
Okay,
Nice.
let's go back to some motorbikes.
Yeah, this time I won't crash at the beginning because I'll
Yeah, well,
be watching.
it seems
What,
like
was
yeah.
that feedback? Was it an issue? Because I could try and find.
No, it wasn't. To be honest, it
No,
wasn't. It
alright,
wasn't.
so I won't
It
worry.
wasn't really an issue.
That's why I wasn't looking at the screen. I was too busy wondering what was going on.
Well, he's calling us boomers. Apparently, the guy's in his mid-30s himself. Kev TV, you told us already you're in your mid-30s, so you know he's a boomer himself.
So similar age to us then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pity with ClaphamThor.
Yeah, he's gone, man.
It's a cameo.
He's gone.
Didn't get to ask him one question.
No. Well, what would you would have asked him? Okay, I can find out that woman now.
Quite a lot once started talking.
Yeah, true.
Because I say ClaphamThor, he has a different mindset to both of us. So it would have been interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone hard on him. Like, you know, like we disagree. I would have been like, you know, just curious. Probably
Yeah.
I'd be careful like Pearl, because I know he likes Pearl. She's been like slated.
He does
a lot.
does. I like Pearl as well, though. So.
I think she's a moron, to be honest.
What?
The last video I saw, the guy went hard, and she's not very smart at all.
What you mean,
Like, the things
John Anthony PUA?
She had a debate with Destiny. Like,
Yeah, I saw that. That was good, that
Destiny
debate.
really showed her up that she's just like an airhead.
So you like Destiny, do you? Yeah, she can be annoying.
No, Destiny's a piece of shit.
What?
Destiny is Destiny is smart.
Doesn't make sense.
He's a smart guy, but he's a piece of shit. But he was like calling out Pearly things on like certain issues, and Pearly things, because you know it's a spur of the moment to react, right? She didn't know what to say. She was like saying some really dumb things, and even the other woman that was with her was having to like help her out and correct her. So it's like, and the guy who's reacting to the videos like Pearl is just really stupid. Like,
she needs a lot of help, yeah.
Well, what the guy says, like, it's not an edited, pre-planned video, it really shows up when she's having to, like, think off the top of her head. There's, like, even with her, that's why I said her comments to you when you asked a question, like, it was very vague. She doesn't know. She's
but
like, she's alright when she's spoon-fed what to say in, like, a pre-planned video.
But the
only... think in a debate, she can't do it.
What you're saying, you know, you have valid points. But there's only one reason I like Pearly things, and it's the only reason she is the best woman that attacks other women, and like I really hate the way someone.
She's genuine though.
I don't care if she's genuine or not. She is the best at doing that.
Yeah, but it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Not to me, it doesn't.
Not
to me, it doesn't.
Well, no, it should matter, because like if someone's being devious, that's worse than someone openly like saying, "Well, I'm not against women." I think that's worse, because that's like someone who's subverting, right? Someone's pretending to be like on your side, but they're not.
Yeah, but the importance is
if you know who your enemy is.
The importance is not on her. The importance is on the other woman. You know how she makes her feel, and that to me is like really good when she does it. Really, really good, to be honest.
Maybe, but she's kind of getting shown up by other people, right? Because if she's not like
not
that
other
good
women.
a debater, she doesn't even come off. Well, yeah, because there was even another video where this feminist or something, and I don't like feminists, but the problem is because Pearl doesn't seem that smart, she's not going to do well in debates, is she? That's the problem. Like, so it doesn't.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't come across well in it, but like that's why I say like she's not. All her talking points are like scripted, and they're rehashed red pill talking points that have been said by other people, but they're not generic thoughts of her own. Like she doesn't have very good arguments, right? She can't think on the fly.
She has very good arguments against like low tier, ratchet, idiot tier feminist, like modern thoughts. She specialises in attacking those.
Yeah, but the thing is, who doesn't?
No,
really?
men don't. Because you know what? You know why she's so good? Because when men try, like, you know, Fresh and Fit, I don't watch Fresh and Fit, but when men try,
I would say she's good.
Yeah, but I mean, you probably don't. Like me, you don't watch Fresh and Fit either. But when men try to do what she's doing, the women straight away they just go, well, like, are you an incel? You know, start saying like, you're an incel, aren't you? You know, they'll take it to that level. They can never do that to Pearl. Thank God for Pearl. You know, they can never do that to Pearl.
Yeah, but the thing she says is really stupid as well.
As a matter, that one point that I just told you is enough to elevate Pearl, man. It is for me. It is for me.
Not really,
man.
because
but for me it is.
More people just seeing that she's. Yeah, but the problem is it doesn't, because
for me it does.
You're already convinced by her anyway. But what I'm saying is, your argument is that she's good because she's gonna like to enemies of when she's like showing them up like other women. But the problem is, if her talking points are bad and she comes across as even being disingenuous, like not legit and just a grifter, and like more and more controversies coming out of her, then she's actually going to be.
Yeah, but they're good controversies.
And negative.
That's made her even better.
Really, like the whole racism stuff, the way she's been treating employees. What came out also is that she apparently has an old video of like getting a guy fired for just simply, like, she claims harassment, sort of stuff that the manosphere would moan about feminists doing, like cancelling the guy. The guy did nothing illegal, and she admitted it on video. I saw the video because it was on this guy's stream when interacting to her, saying again that she's just, you know, she's not legit. She's disingenuous because she's even cancelled Me Too, the guy. I mean, it wasn't even like, you know, rape or anything like that, because she admitted on the video it was nothing illegal he did. It was some teacher or something, but just because he made a pass at her, she got him fired from his job. So this is what I mean. She's not. She's just riding the grift train of.
That to me is fine.
Buying it up and then like.
That's
you know?
fine. You know, yeah, she has every right to fire that guy. I probably would have fired him as well. I mean,
that's like a typical. That's like going more down. Well, yeah, you support the feminist viewpoint then, because that's what they like.
I do. I'll be honest with you. Some feminists.
Yeah, so that means you're not an anti-feminist then.
I'm
so
not.
then
No.
the whole thing about Pearl being anti-feminist is pointless because you kind of not completely against feminists, right? So it's not consistent.
I don't think Pearl is a complete anti-feminist.
No, but
I don't.
she pretends to be though in a lot
Sometimes,
of her videos.
I mean, she does
those sort of
flip-flop.
reasons.
She kind of flip-flops, which
Yes,
is annoying.
yes, definitely.
But so does everyone. So does so does everyone though, man. Can you name me one?
When they're trying to
No,
say
everyone,
what the audience wants
everyone.
to
Can you
hear.
name me one YouTuber that hasn't flip-flopped? One? I can't.
One YouTuber who hasn't
flip-flopped at least once or twice on a point. I can't think of any.
Turflary Monkey, I don't know why I think of Mick
Yeah, but he's so boring, man.
Thinking Abe's another one. He's been always.
No, I can name you one,
wrong.
but the guy is a fucking shut-in faggot.
Who?
Sandman, MGTOW Sandman. I mean, this guy is clearly a closeted homosexual.
Well,
It's like, I don't respect closeted homosexuals. I don't like them. I much prefer Pearl. I mean, if people don't like that,
that's just. Nah, Pearl is like low-hanging fruit. Like, I mean, it's sad that she has the following she does because she's not even legit. She doesn't even mean what she says. And she's not like a generic, like just an independent like one YouTuber as well. She's got like the whole team thing, so it's kind of a bit like artificial. Like it's not just like one person made it big. It's like she's got this whole team around. You got all the controversy that's coming out with her. I mean, I don't care too much about the race and stuff because I'm not black, but
Oh, look.
black people really know. There's also another thing that I don't know if it's true, because someone who was slating her off, apparently she used to be with black guys or something. So I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me because a lot of her,
she
blacks, right? So,
she blatantly was, yeah. I mean, I can't blame her for that.
I mean, I just and to top it all off, she's not even attractive. I just don't see how she got the following, to be honest. Other than I just think men are
I see it easily. Look,
so desperate.
Yeah, well, I mean, Clapham.
Women, I guess, which is kind of sad.
Her big fan is ClaphamThor, and he's not here, so I think you're barking up the wrong tree, man. But look, everyone, I got my first.
I know, but need I say more?
I don't know. I mean, if you want to continue the conversation later, maybe I can. But for now, this is the first from my streams. This guy sent me some hate.
What did he send you?
He sent me some hate mail. It's going to be pretty interesting to read what it says. I'm going to open it.
Oh, who? Kev?
No, I think it was a guy I played Tekken with just a minute ago.
Oh, okay. Could you be?
Well, I don't know. Let's see what it says. Alright.
Look at the stream, it says hidden, right?
Well, that's not offensive. At least you didn't grab, but good with the low spam. Alright. I mean, that's not particularly.
No, it's not. It's just obviously the automation, whatever blocks it, the algorithms overreacting. What's wrong with that message? At least there's no swear words.
It was hidden though.
But it's really weird. Like you get that now in games, so it's so sensitive with the censorship. Like any word that could be construed as offensive or is similar to another word, even an abbreviation, and you're not allowed to like type it in. It's ridiculous.
Kev TV thinks I'm obsessed with you. I'm not. I'm really not obsessed with you, Kev TV. I just think you're kind of annoying. Yeah, her name is Victoria June, by the way. We can maybe check her out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember on the video you did with him, he was not entirely sure that she's real, that she might be.
No, she's real, but yeah. Well, that's what I told him. I know she's real, but that account, I'm not sure that's her account.
Yeah, the account might be a catfish, yeah, but pretending to be her.
Do you want to check her out? We can check her out. Not right now, I guess.
Alright, okay.
Alright. I mean...
But the problem is you might get a lot of people with her. How do you know it's her? Unless you know, like, she's a glamour model or something like that. How do you know it's the right person?
I don't know, to be honest. He says he's never met her, never talked to her.
Because it could be a lot of people with the same name, right? Don't know. Yes. So unless you know some details about it, it's no way to know if it's actually her.
The thing is, I don't think Safe Search is on. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to stop this. Because she is an adult actress model, yeah.
Oh, okay, so now that's a way to narrow it down, okay, yeah.
Let me check her Twitter.
Yeah, you're careful with the news too. I can search her mine. What was her name again? I'll just Google it.
Victoria June.
Victoria IA, yeah, at the end. Not the Eastern European ones.
Yeah, looks like her Twitter is okay. Okay, I can get. I can show her on Twitter.
30 years old.
Yeah, she's American, but she's in London apparently, according to you know, ClaphamThor. But ClaphamThor is getting scammed, so bro.
Yeah, I highly doubt that it's actually her. I'd be amazed. No. Just some random porn star.
Yeah.
She looks like she's got some black admixture.
Probably if
unless it's all these fake lip fillers.
If she's on you know, if she's South American, then probably. I think she's Brazilian. He told me. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but she's had like the fake lips, the lip job.
Oh no! Look.
You know, the lip filler.
It is. So, she is in
London.
She is in London, right? But this is what I told William, right? That Instagram account he has could be such a sophisticated scam that it knows these things. And even, now get this, I'm really thinking 3D here in like the mind of some proper money hungry scammer, biatch or whatever. Victoria June may have been like, well, what are you doing? You know, you set up this fake account with my name. They're like, look, we're scamming guys. We tell you what, we will give you a cut of the money we make scamming them. And she's like, well, okay, you know. Do you think that happens?
Oh, well, probably. Some people probably do. Yeah, some people do that, but whether this is, I don't know.
This is her guy.
It's a sophisticated scam. More likely that someone, if it is not her, that they're just using her name to fool people who are naive.
Could be that.
Want to meet this porn star or whatever. And they're being smart, knowing that she is actually in London.
Alright.
But maybe it is her. There's a chance. Still doubtful. But at least it does check out that she is actually in London.
Alright, this is her, Victoria June. So this, guys, is the chick that is scamming ClaphamThor. But don't send her hate mail, because it might not even be her. It's probably some...
But then, hold on, there's quite a few... I just checked, there's quite a few Instagram accounts with her name.
And her...
So there is also the other thing, it might not be her account.
But is it her picture, though?
Well, there's loads of different ones with her pictures on. Doesn't mean it's real. I remember Hormax that did the same. There was like, what's it, the trans porn star, Daisy Taylor, and he thought he was talking to the real. No, there's lots of like
Copycats.
fan ones they're creating, just copy ones. So
Oh my god.
the Instagram you saw might not actually be her
Yeah,
official
so
one anyway.
It's some copy one that's scamming him. You know, he sent her.
Yeah.
Apparently, he sent her like hundreds of pounds, I believe. That's really fucked up, right? I think that's what he told me. Yeah, I mean, he's not here to fucking talk to us, but the guy doesn't even drop comments, unfortunately. But we'll get him again. If you want to talk to him,
guidance.
Bill, if you want to talk to him, you've got to catch him in the sort of early evening at least.
We'll try. Yeah, we'll have to try that.
Maybe we can get him on a.
Sending all this money. What the hell?
We can talk to him on an early evening stream when you're free.
Okay,
anyway.
let's try and do it a bit earlier then.
We can just talk. We don't need to play video games. We can just talk to him on StreamYard.
Yeah. It's probably if it's with him, like we can just concentrate on talking because there's more people then. But
I mean, I can see she is pretty hot. I can see. I mean, she's not strictly my type, but I can definitely see how a lot of guys would.
Of course, on the photos, it's gonna be like edited. We know that now, but she does look good. Yeah.
Yeah. She does.
But they are edited.
Oh, good.
Like, if you met her in real life, she wouldn't look. This is something I've realised, right? And all these girls on Instagram or porn sites or whatever, they look much better in the photos than they do in real life. You gotta remember that. She'll still look good, but just won't be quite as good, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
That is one of the things also why there's there's a huge disparity between like how women are rated, say on like dating apps and men. One of the reasons is because women put more effort into. It is true that men do usually take bad photos. I mean, I've been guilty of that myself, and I'm trying to improve it.
That Yoshimitsu guy sent me another message. He's really butthurt. Have you noticed they're becoming more like women? They're becoming more like faggots these days. They're really passive. They're really passive. They used to,
sure.
even in disses, even when insulting guys, they used to be really masculine.
I remember.
They're really passive aggressive now.
Yeah, but hold on, this sort of raging. I got like death threats and stuff.
Exactly. That's masculine. This guy's not sending me death threats. He's really being really passive aggressive. He's like, try ducking,
You would get that as well. I was saying the difference were the worst ones. But
he sent some really bitchy message back, being like,
yeah, but that's been
I thought you had skill, brother. It's like, what? That's such a bitchy thing to say.
That would go on FIFA, like it's called like sweaty goal. Oh, you're scoring any sweaty goals, or that means like it's just like a cheap way to score, right? That's been sore losers basically, but that's been going on for ages.
It's been going on for ages. It's been going on for ages. But do you remember in the olden days they used to literally send like, I'm gonna come to your house and fucking kill you or some shit. I'd be like, holy shit.
Most of the time they would just.
Well, not now. They
the most demented, like more like, because that's like, what the hell? But most people would just be like, give a snarky comment. That's what most.
I think guys are becoming more feminine, not just looks. In every personality, guys are just completely feminine.
Because you remember a lot of kids play video games, so it's always been like a.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Yeah, it has been like. If anything, it's actually got better. You remember the old Call of Duty? There was literally cancer in there. But the thing is, a lot of games now you can't even contact people. They've tried to shut it down. Remember they've made it a lot harder to talk on things. I was playing. I remember it was like a few weeks ago. I was playing like a game, like the shooting game, military game play. And I called someone a faggot on it, and I got banned from the server. So that's like how. You can't even say much stuff these days. You can't even like say anything now. Like in the old days, Call of Duty, you would have everything, racial slurs, sexual slurs, and it was non-stop. And no one got banned, and everyone just got on with it. But now it's very censored, very monitored, regulated. Wait, you're not in MotoGP? I've just noticed you're in Pimple.
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for a invite.
Yeah, I sent it. Did you not get it?
I did not. No.
Because I created the lobby.
Let me have one game of pinball and then I'll
Because I wasn't looking at the stream, so I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you were busy or whatever. Yeah, it's fine. You can have a king. I'll wait.
What the hell?
Yeah, we got distracted by Victoria June.
Yeah, well, I mean, she has scammed our mate Will out of like thousands of.
But it's probably not her, to be fair, is it?
Yeah.
It's just someone, random. I mean, you never know. Might be, but I doubt it. It's actually her. Really risky to do it. Why would she do that? She's like literally that desperate for money, but I doubt she would be that desperate for money. She could just do other things for it,
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I watched. I watched a couple of videos. Who were destroying your idol. Sorry, Pearl. But then I also watched some streams with that Alex dude. He's one. I just gotta be honest. I quite like.
Yeah.
The guy I think is quite good because
I do as well.
He comes there objectively. As far as I can tell at the moment, he's not pushing any agenda. Maybe when he gets, because I think he will get bigger. If he gets bigger, maybe he will start to go one side. But at the moment, he seems to be quite partial. He's like just.
You're talking about. You're talking about playing fire.
No. He's awful.
Oh no, who are you talking about? Sorry.
Alex Psych.
Oh right, I see.
The guy who's into the studies, and he's in.
Okay.
Was it?
They're all called Alex, so including me.
Yeah, I should be specific. No, not Alex playing fire. Come on now, he's terrible. Like.
He's alright. I don't mean he's terrible.
He just doesn't. Hallmarks to expose that, right? But no, this Alex guy, he's good. Like. Because he's not pushing any agenda, right?
You know which stream I saw and I thought it was pretty good? Do you remember a PUA called John Anthony Lifestyle PUA?
Yeah, he's the one with traps as well, yeah.
I don't know, but
he admitted, he sleeps with traps.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. I mean, the guy is seems like a sex addict, but he was on Stream's podcast and it was pretty good, man. It was good.
On whose podcast?
Pals.
Oh, well, he's another phony John. Did you know Alex playing with fire and John Anthony had a massive falling out?
And Wheat Waffles was involved.
Yeah, because he docked Sweet Waffles, John Anthony.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
But John Anthony's another one that he's just a fraudster because he claims he slept with 1,500 women and stuff. I mean, it's just bullshit. He's another one just doing the whole PUA grift thing, and obviously they because the funny thing is a lot of these dating coaches or dating roaches as they're known as, they all fall out with each other because they're all competing for that money, right? So they're all like, I'm the best, and they all end up just being bitchy and turning on one another, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to that, the reason why, because at the moment he's not pushing any one side. He's not saying he's being critical of looks at him. He's not Nufi Doofius or anything. He's not, MGTOW. He's not PUA, and he's going through the studies and he tries to break it down for you. Explains the study, and he just says what it reveals, right? So that's why I like him, because at the moment he's not trying to twist anything. He's just saying it as it is. And I've learned a couple of things that I was surprised at. I don't know if these were surprised. I don't remember the facts on top of my head. So there's a few of these videos I watched. I tried to summarize, but basically there was a video on does beauty get traded for status, right? And there was a study into it, and the results surprised me a bit. So basically, to cut a long story short, there was the only thing is I can't remember what the age range is. It did exclude old men, but I think it was up to 30, or it might be 40, I can't remember, up to 30 years old or so. It showed there was no correlation between status and increasing sex with women. So women weren't.
Oh, a new study came out.
Status for beauty.
Some huge study came out on incels, and it said they put too much importance on status and looks, and not enough importance on personalities. Oh.
Where did you see that?
I can send to you on.
Okay. How did you hear about it?
Literally, Google found it. Do you know when you're on your phone and Google suggests two websites?
Yeah. Oh no, not been aware of that, but that makes sense to me. But
I'll send it to you now. I've got some time.
Sorry?
I can send it to you now because I've got some time.
Yeah, okay.
I'll send it to you now.
But yeah, like this study that I was saying, it actually did found, and this would then, I suppose, support that, right? That there's no point putting so much emphasis on status, apparently, because there was not really much correlation with status and women, right? Women were not trading up status.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where it's a bit confusing. Education is a big advantage.
Psychology Today.
Education.
Yeah. Oh, education is it? So Psychology Today did a big study on incels. Let me get it for you.
It's actually been quite a few studies, because this is why this Alex guy is going over the studies. There's been from various studies. But I'm just having that. But the
Inside.
What was it called? Inside.
Psychology Today.
Inside the mind of incels.
I think it's new research. Oh no, well they've done a few.
Yeah, because it's 2022. Is
They've
it
done a few,
new
damn.
research on why incels hate women? That's the most.
It could be. It
recent.
could be.
20th of March, 2023. That's the newest one.
Could be.
Okay, so it's why incels hate women. Alright.
No, it's not that one. Sorry, it's not that one.
but this one still. Sounds
Yeah.
interesting. It's got
Yeah.
a bit
What?
of,
What do we know about incels? This one.
what do we know about incels?
Yeah. This is.
Oh, that was done. That's an old one. No, that's October.
No,
last year.
well, 5 months. You know. 5, 6 months. Yeah, well, 6 months. That's not that long. But
It's half a year.
I think you like it.
Sense,
It's the kind of stuff you were
Okay.
talking about.
Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll just have a brief look then. So, I'll just
This
read
place is enormous.
the bullet points, right? So, incels have worse self-reported mental health. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Incels have a
It's too
victim
late.
mentality. Yeah, okay. Victims have a higher desire for casual sex. Yes, because remember with the Dutton one, sociosexual and sociosexual.
Everything you
means
said, man. It correlates.
well, not just what I said. Remember the other studies are saying as well, right?
So it must be the same
correlates.
study.
No.
All right.
It's multiple studies, but they're finding the same result. which
Right.
would
So it must be
indicate-
legit studies if they're all finding the same results.
Yes, that adds more
Weight.
to the study if other studies all seem to come to a similar conclusion. Yeah, that would add more weight to it. Because sometimes you can get one study that will like contradict another, right? Because one study could have errors in it. One study, the morphology could have been wrong. This is why you do have to be a little careful with certain studies because it depends how they conducted, like the sample size, how strictly the morphology, because maybe they asked people different questions, maybe they measured things on a different metric. But if you have all these connected studies and they all seem to come to a similar, even if it's not exactly a similar conclusion, then you can start to see the patterns. So it's like, okay. So let me continue to read. So incels have a high desire for casual sex. Well, we've seen evidence in other studies for that. Incels tend to be young, neat, and live at home. Well, again, the live at home part and neat, because remember, on the Pew research, this is a different study, the Pew research one, it said that there was big correlations between being underemployed, neat, low earnings, low level of education, and living at home. So there's 2 of those. The young one, I guess, I don't know, young, I don't know,
I suppose it makes sense because older incels, they either ascend or whatever that means.
Well, no, not older incels. It's saying that incels tend to be young.
That's
so
true.
it's like saying that they're not so much old. That's the only thing I'm not sure, because you often hear about the old cliche of like the old man who's, and normally you're washed up, so it would make more sense to be lonely.
No,
But
because
this is saying it.
No, because they stop identifying with incel. It's like Todd, right? He's an incel, right? But he doesn't identify as an incel, so that it does make sense. So that's a good example there.
So what you're saying is that young people tend to identify.
Exactly.
As
If you look at the incel forums now, it's just little kids. It's so annoying, man. It never used to be like that.
What are those creatures
No
doing?
one in the chat except for Kev TV, man. That's so lame. Fuck, it's a weekday stream. That's why. Well, it's a Sunday stream.
He's losing.
Maybe that's a good thing?
You can't be serious.
Okay, so I'll read the summary. So, who are incels? According to our research, which represents one of the largest surveys of self-identified incels today, these young men come from varied ethnic and political backgrounds, but share a tendency to have low status, victimhood, a drive for casual sex, and poor mental health. The findings paint a picture of hopeless young men frustrated with their lack of mating prospects, which manifests itself in extreme views, bravado, and the seeking of affiliation with others who feel the same. Some may find the views perpetuated by incels so abhorrent that they deserve no help or support. But for those who can see past the bravado and are passionate about men's mental health, this research could provide the first step in understanding how to relieve the psychological suffering of incels and perhaps reduce their extreme views in the process.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff, man.
It's pretty, doesn't put any punches there, does it? It's a bit...
Well, you know, just like I said last time, you gotta be cruel to be kind sometimes.
I can certainly see a lot of people from this community like being quite offended by it, you know, like the shaming language.
They shouldn't be though. They shouldn't be offended by it. Oh man, that's true.
Because if they do, then it's like kind of validating point two, which is their victim mentality, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, some of this, I mean, most of this study, a lot of these things, I'm not surprised that I kind of have like even come across it before or kind of agree with it anyway. But the studies, Alex states like it surprised me, right?
You can't be
Like,
serious.
that status for men didn't have any correlation. So he's saying that it's a big myth, like that women trade beauty for status.
Well, they not just stated. I think I really believe in LMS is pretty good because they trade beauty for all three of those
he's
things.
saying the study debunks the notion of status.
Yeah. Well, it's LMS or beta, oofy doofy beta servitude. It's one of the two, really. Loyalty, whatever.
It's weird because I don't know if that study accumulated for money, so it might not be the end. But for S, apparently, there's not really any women aren't selecting status. So I can only say that you have to have a huge amount of status because he did say it's across the population. There's no correlation, but you could have like certain individuals who are like giga famous, and of course, you know, and also it did exclude very old men. So he said that maybe is why you weren't seeing it so much. But for the vast majority of dating age people, it seemed that women were definitely not chasing status, as it were, right? That you often hear about. It surprised me because it's something you often hear about, right?
Yeah.
And it is surprising because would you not associate education with status?
Yes.
So would I. And that's why I was confused because the study found that there was a definite correlative effect with education. So if the more higher educated you are, the more success you have with women. Like apparently, even on dating programs, they did a study and Tinder that if you put on it, you have a master's degree or a doctorate, you know, higher education, you will get 3-4 times as many matches.
Yeah.
Just from putting you have higher education, not changing your photos or anything like that, just that you are a more educated individual. So apparently, women seek educated men.
Yeah.
Specifically higher educated men, you know, to a high level. That's a big plus point. But yet status, there isn't any. And that's why I was a bit confused because to me, I associate status, but apparently they're two different factors.
Well, money.
I guess it's the same as like money's different to status, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Doesn't really make sense, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, is it actually women intelligence?
Maybe what it means is like if a guy has status, but he doesn't have money, and he doesn't have even education, maybe he's not attractive to women. That kind of makes sense because that guy might have status, But the woman's like, well, the status didn't help him, so it's not a turn. It's a turn off, you know. That kind of makes sense.
So yeah, it's a little like mystery because again, didn't really mention money, so we don't know if money a good thing or bad thing. They're saying, but status.
But it mentioned education.
But education is a definite plus.
Yeah.
He said like education will give you basically a 1 point extra.
Yeah.
In like dating. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So there was that one to do with that. Now there was another one which was interesting, and this kind of debunks a bit Oofy Doofy.
Yeah.
You know, just saying this is.
Yeah, well, Oofy Doofy theory is not flawless, man.
No,
Nuclear Redfield had a good.
It goes against it in the sense of from the looks mismatch point of view.
Yeah.
Not necessarily behavioural, because this isn't to do with behaviour, but what it showed was that for the most part, women, there isn't that many mismatched couples. That's what it's saying.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So it's saying that most people pair up with people similar looks to them.
Yeah.
For the most
Agreed.
part. Yeah, there is exceptions, but for the most part.
Now we're done for
right? But it was, yeah, I'm trying to remember because it was quite a long video that one, because it was interesting because he was like saying, oh, you know, the stereotype of maybe if you get like a really hot girl or really unattractive man or vice versa, you know, it doesn't tend to happen too much according to the study, but it's like people of a similar attraction level. It's the same for men and women. So what it's saying, like men who are like very lowly attractive aren't getting like with models, supermodels on a regular basis, but vice versa, like women aren't, you know, they're not chasing the top dudes. It's like people go for people similar to themselves. Even apparently behavioural traits, people are actually instinctively attracted to people with similar behavioural traits, and even
that makes
negative
sense.
traits. So if you're like a stubborn person, you're more likely to end up with a stubborn person. If you're autistic, you're more likely to desire an autistic partner.
Yep.
Not always, because it's a cumulative effect, but on average for population size, it's going to happen more.
Yep.
And they did an experiment with a tribe, so there's no cultural influence. It's in Africa, and it's a semi-monogamous population.
Oh, God.
So only semi-monogamous, right? So a lot of like interchanging fucking going on, right? And there was no repercussions for who they sleep with, so they can sleep with whoever, even if they're in relationships. But what they found is that when they like asked these people in the tribe, who did you have sex with, etc., etc., they found that people tend to, even though the opportunity was there to have sex with people vastly different on the attractiveness scale, they tend to always cluster around their own attractiveness scale, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So even like women, you know, and men who are lower attractive, you know, even though they had the opportunity, they even chose the partner. So I think what he was saying is that there's a difference between what people think they want to sleep with. Like they may say, oh, I want the really good looking person. But what they actually do, their actions, they actually end up getting with people similar to them.
Yeah.
And it's not always necessarily because that's their only option. They actually choose to.
Well, I've always thought
they touched on that it could be some sort of genetic, like evolutionary process, because it's like the fear of rejection, firstly, and it could be like if you have a partner that's more similar to you, and that includes attraction level, they're going to be more likely to stay in a relationship and stay invested in any offspring. So if it's a really mismatched couple, it has a high chance of failing. So therefore, even if the opportunity is there to sleep with someone who's vastly more attractive, they don't do it. And this is like a primitive tribe where there's no repercussions for sleeping around. So this is again what he was touching on, that even when you ask people, they may say, oh, I want the model on that, but don't, like you said, don't judge women on what they say, you judge them on their actions. Yeah, what we see in the real world is we see average women will go for average guys. Less attractive women will go for less attractive guys. More attractive women will stick to their age range, right? Models, etc., etc. Now there's some variation, and obviously as a man, there is going to be other factors that come into attraction. That's the other part of the study, which is that attraction is not just the looks, it's the behavioural side as well. It does play a significant role. Personality, yes. With the studies confirmed, this makes a decent amount. Looks are important. What's more is the studies. They are an effect, but they're only one part the pie, and you've got like the personality, the behaviour, and then you like say things like education, mental health, physical health, money, because there is. You talk about looks threshold. There is a threshold for money as well. If you're broke, needs, living at home, that's going to count very negatively against you. That's what these studies were saying. But it does say looks. Yeah, we can't say looks don't matter. They do matter, but they're not the be all and end all. It's a cumulative effect, and it affects women more looks than men, obviously.
And that's the study found on that YouTuber Alex Date Psych.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But the interesting thing is that it really pushes that most people are around their looks match range, right?
Yeah.
Most people will get around.
Well, they end up with them,
maybe slightly above, maybe slightly below. But also, the other thing you have to remember, I did wonder, I've been guilty of this myself, and when you think of like people when they see like a man and a woman, there is often a thing you go, oh look, the woman's better looking than the man. But because he explained that when men are rated and women are rated, you can have a man who's technically a 5, right, bang in the middle, and a woman who's a 5, right, compared to other women.
Okay.
But the woman is more attractive than the guy. Same as if you had a guy as a 1, woman as a 1. The woman's more attractive. A woman is 10, the guy's a 10. The woman's a 10. And it's because women, as the sex, are viewed, they have a halo effect basically for attraction. They're always going to be viewed more attractive than their male counterpart. Other animals like the peacock is the obvious example, right? And ducks as well, and some fish, the males are always more prettier, like more exuberant than the females.
Lion.
Or for human, it's the females that are on average more attractive. So what that means is, sometimes you'll see a guy who maybe is just an average Joe, but his woman looks more attractive than him. Not like huge difference, but is slightly more attractive. You think, look, he's dating up. Actually, their looks matched. Because women are on average better looking than men. So an ugly woman and an ugly man, well, the ugly woman's still going to be better if they're like a 1-1, 2-2.
I'm pretty good
So
at...
basically, a guy who's a 5 will theoretically, a woman who's a 5 is actually going to look like she's a 6, right?
Oh yeah, I understand that concept. I'm pretty good at...
Because women always get scaled up, right?
Yeah.
So that's obviously he's not going to get regularly like 8s or 9s, but so if you're like a guy who's a 3, then realistically you get women who are like a 2, 3, and a 4, commonly, right? You can get like 1 point higher. That's basically, and that's in your looks match range.
That makes sense.
So when you see a guy with a girl who is, and I've been guilty of this as well, you think, oh, he's actually getting a better looking woman. If she's only like slightly better looking, it's actually his looks match.
Yeah.
She needs to be like considerably more attractive for there to be a mismatch. So that was, what the study says. That is worth noting, and it's something that the Oofy Doofy camp, to be fair, does get wrong, because if it's slightly more attractive, well, that's actually level. If a woman is actually the same, looks as attractive as the man, that means she's actually
the man's
lower
dating down.
value than the man.
Yeah.
The man is actually higher value.
Yeah, it's men dating down.
That was an interesting thing to discover, and it kind of does make a lot of sense. But whilst it does push back some against Doofy Doofy, that it's not so much mismatched couples. There isn't all these Danny DeVitos that are getting all the hot women. And yes, if you're a Chad dude, you are more likely to have a woman who's like model looks, right? For example, but it does debunk some, looksism, the extremist aspect of Chads are getting all the women, because we've seen, even in a tribe where the women could just all have sex with the Chads, they don't, right? So firstly, women won't all cluster to the guys at the top, the harems, and the sex statistics confirm this, that the guys aren't, sleeping with the majority of the women, etc., etc. And secondly, that even if you're an unattractive man or ugly man, you can still get women. So any guys are like, oh, no women wants me in that, or they're all just chasing Chad. It's nonsense, because you can always get your looks match. It's a bit of a white pill, actually, because you can get your looks match. Now, this is what I start to think, that a lot of these dudes don't want their looks match. That's the problem. They want women better. Like, better looking. Right?
Maybe.
They say, oh, I take a look, but they don't. They want a good-looking girl. Now, unfortunately, if you just want a good-looking girl and you are like significantly less attractive, well, you're going to have to get like a lot of money or high levels of status. And because of that study with status, which is a bit of a black pill in terms of status, you're going to need a hell of a lot. Education. Yeah, Alex did say in the video one of the best things you can do is probably education. And he promotes being jacked as well. He says like,
oh really?
Because that's one thing. Well, yeah, I'll touch on that briefly. There was another study. I don't want to talk too much because it's a different topic. But when it comes to attraction, personality, behavior is a big part of it. But of course, the physical attraction is important as well. It says, but being overweight is one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah.
That's what it said, yeah. Because there's a little contradiction about how jacked to be, and then in terms of
you want to have nice
height
toned body.
1 point.
Yeah.
Height does matter, but apparently it's not the be all and end all. It's 1 point of attraction, so it's not over if you're like 5'4", because if you have enough good other attractive attributes, you can actually overcome height. And similarly, if you're tall, it doesn't mean you can just not bother with anything else. But in terms of physique, apparently physique does matter. Like
of course.
If you are jacked, it's going to help, but you don't want to be too big. But being overweight, it's the worst thing you can do. So the best thing is to slim down. If you're overweight, you're really harming your looks. If you're wanting to look smash, that's what is confirmed in multiple studies. So but I just thought it was interesting that the point that people can get their looks matched, and technically the woman will be a bit better looking than you. That's your looks match. So I just think, does that not dispel the notion of inceldom, right?
Well, not if there's more men than women, because there's just not enough women to go around. So there's always going to be incel men.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah. If it's a numbers game, But if numbers were similar.
Yeah, if numbers were similar and monogamy was enforced, then yeah.
Well, not even if monogamy, because don't forget, they have tribes where it's not, and people are getting laid anyway. The unattractive men were still getting sex. No one was excluded from having any sex, so it doesn't even need to be monogamy. In fact, if it's not monogamy, you have more sex anyway. That's what's shown in the primitive tribes. The non-monogamous tribes have more sex. This is why you get some liberals that are against monogamy, like, well, you get more sex. Technically, it's true. There's more sex going on in non-monogamous. And also, you have to be careful, because some monogamous societies can be a condominant. The only time where there was actually the top guys, and I'm not just saying looks, like the powerful guys,
you're
like
right,
Genghis Khan's.
Yeah.
The reason why they got like mitres, right? They got harems, and then they tied down the women. So that's the problem is if powerful men are allowed to like keep a lot of women to themselves, then there's going to be a shortage, right?
Yeah, not enforced.
But if you live in a laissez-faire sexual market where people can just sort of hook up.
So what you're saying, what you mean is not enforced monogamy, but enforced polygamy. No, that'd be kind of fucked up.
I mean, do you remember Steve Hawkins said that? He said like a solution is going to be that men would have to share a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just with the primitive tribes that don't have societal effects. And that's why like liberals, and I don't like liberals, but they do have a point when they say like, when they rail on conservatives saying like to get more sex is have monogamy, but actually societies tend to have less sex when monogamy is enforced. But it's hard because
it's interesting.
I mean, is our society now forcing monogamy that strongly? But
no, it's laissez-faire, like you said. Society is becoming laissez when it comes to sex and relationships. It's a complex issue, and it's like it is. I mean, should we play some?
I did think it was interesting with the looks match thing.
It's really interesting. I'll be honest, I don't find the Alex Stateside guy that interesting, but it is interesting.
Well,
let's play MotoGP.
You've got to be into studies. It's
that's
intellectual. It's
intellectual. I'll admit
it's
that.
Gonna be. It's not easy to digest. You've got to concentrate. It's not an entertainment video. And I know you like. It's not like Pearl.
It's not Pearl. I do like Pearl. I'll be honest. I enjoyed.
Yeah, but Pearl's like low IQ, like just.
I'm low IQ. I'm also overweight, so I'm fucked in all counts.
Actually, I saw your old video, Ice Cat, and I was going to say this to you. Like in your older video, you do look. Well, I'm not trying to be offensive, but you look good. Like your older photo of you.
Yeah.
You were a lot slimmer.
Yeah. I used to be good looking.
Unfortunately,
that's why I'm not looking.
That study said, right? Being overweight seems to be one of the worst things you can do.
I know, but it's hard.
Right?
Once you get old and fat, you know, it's hard to fucking lose weight, man. It's hard to get motivated.
Your metabolism slows
Look,
down,
my knee hurt. If I go for runs and stuff, my knee hurts very quickly. It's the age pill.
I guess you have to be really strict with your diet. I guess that's.
Yeah, I have to be, and like.
But it takes a lot of willpower. I mean,
my shins hurt if I go for runs. It's unbelievable. I used to be able to run. Even I was overweight in my early 30s a little bit, but I could still. I was very strong. My body was strong. I could sprint and run. My legs were strong, and I thought that now knee hurts, shins hurt. Like, oh fuck, man. The body's getting old, man. It's not good.
Yeah, I'm loading the game up. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like say over the lockdown period, I put on about stone.
You're pretty good, man. You're doing well. You're not like me.
Yeah, but I am slightly overweight.
Yeah, you are slightly. Yeah, you got a bit of a belly. Yeah, but you're still better than me, man.
About stone overweight, like.
Yeah, but
yeah, I'm not.
Did you ever watch that? You didn't watch that.
But I was always slim.
You didn't watch that TV show Red Dwarf, did you?
Yes, I like Red Dwarf. Yeah,
oh, you watched it?
There's actually. You remind me of one of the characters, by the way.
Which one?
Lister.
Oh, there's gonna be two, because like it's either gonna be Lister or Rimmer. So yeah, I'm a bit like Lister, yeah, but I'm a bit like both of them.
You always remind me of him, man.
Yeah. Well, there's I don't know if you remember that episode where they meet their future selves. Their future selves come from the future to meet them, and they're all fat and old except for Lister, who's just a brain in a jar. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah.
It's really funny, and they're all looking at them through the camera, and they're like, "Holy shit! I can't believe it! I can't believe this is what happened to us!" Like Cat's like, "Oh my god, look at me, look!" And Lister starts shouting at them, going like, "What? So what? You're fat, and you? That's what happens when you get old. You become fat, and you go bald. You lose your hair. I'm just a brain in a jar." And Cat goes to him, "Man, you're the lucky one or something." So it's really funny, man.
I like Red Dwarf. I used to watch it a lot when I was young. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
A lot of good episodes. I didn't know you liked it as well.
Oh yeah, no, huge fan, man. Huge fan.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
I swear I asked. No, it must have been someone. Yeah, it was someone else I asked. Yeah.
I really like Red Dwarf too. I was a big fan. Because my dad liked it as well. So
yeah, my brother was the one that showed it to me. I was like,
it's great. I had so much fun. You know, one of my favorite episodes was Quarantine. Remember?
Oh yeah, that was that was a good
Rimmer
one. Yeah. And he goes mad.
Potato people. As a kid, I was in hysterics. Like, for some reason, I just found it so funny.
My favourite episode was Stranded. They get stranded on the ice planet. They have nothing to eat.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah,
and the other one, what is generally considered the best episode, is
the VR one?
Yeah, the VR one, Back to Reality, and it was a brilliant episode.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah,
not the cowboy. No, not the cowboy. That was. People do say that's the second best. Back to Reality.
Oh yeah, I remember that was where it's like the mobster, like the gangsters, isn't it?
Yes. So.
And then Dwayne Dibley, you remember?
Yes, that's his first. I believe that's where he first comes into the show. Yeah.
So they think it's like a simulation. They wake up and they're all like, schlubs.
That was brilliant. I mean, that's universally considered the best episode, and I've got to agree, man. It was such a good episode.
Yeah.
Season 5.
But there's quite a few good ones to be fair.
There are, yeah. I know that show so well, man. The first 6 seasons. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I'm not. Didn't really enjoy like the new ones, to be honest, but the old ones, the classic ones, that were done in their heyday.
Yep.
They are really good.
Alright, here we go.
Did you used to like a show called Bottom?
Yeah, it was alright. It was pretty good, to be honest.
Did you like that?
Yeah, it was funny. It's
funny because they're like basically two
incels. They were.
They're like
they wasn't incels.
Yeah, they're incels. They could never get women and always like sex, like, you know, desperate for it. And,
well, the bald guy got a woman once. Do you remember that episode? He stole a woman off Rick Mayall's character.
Yeah, it was Rick Mayall was like the proper incel.
Yeah, he was
like
a proper.
desperate with the other guy. Yeah.
That was a messed up show, man. That was a really messed up show.
It was, yeah. I mean, it's, for the BBC, it's better than anything they put out today.
True, true. BBC did have some good shows back then. They had a really good comedy show called Game On. I don't know if you saw that show.
Maybe. I mean, I saw a lot of old stuff because a lot of it when you're growing up as a kid, I used to. Well, I don't watch TV much nowadays, but when I was a kid, I did. So.
Yeah, so did I.
Why I know a lot of the shows.
Yeah, you must have been, because you're similar age to me, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So it's the same things we grew up on.
Damn. So you must have. You remember the days when there were only 5 channels on television?
Yes. yes.
No.
Yeah.
Can you believe me and Bill grew up when we were kids? There was no internet. There was no fucking Netflix, YouTube. We had 5 terrestrial TV channels to keep us entertained. Those were the fucking Stone Ages, man. That was primitive.
Yeah, until I remember as a kid, like I used to watch just a lot of Cartoon Network as well.
Yeah, I used to watch that.
Just like cartoons, that's all.
Yeah, I used to watch Nickelodeon.
And temperatures are quite low, but most teams
never really watched that,
decided to
actually.
mount a
For me, it was
medium
like
tower
Cartoon
in the
Network.
rear. The circuit has a lot of corners that are
Johnny
hard on
Bravo,
wire,
stuff
putting
like
on
that, right?
two soft
Yeah, that
tires
was good.
for too much
Dexter's
noise.
Laboratory.
Johnny Bravo would be like with the original Chad, right?
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Alright,
Oh.
this time. You ready? What?
No, nothing.
The riders have been greeted by a fantastic
Alright, let's try and
atmosphere.
concentrate. This game is actually
They're
pretty
all
damn
lined up for
hard.
the start, ready for some British Grand
It gets
Prix
easier.
action.
Like I say, I was complaining when I first played. I was like, I can't. But you get used to it, and then it gets a lot easier.
Alright, here we go. You're doing well, man. Pole position.
Wow, I didn't qualify.
I fell
Just
over
lucky.
straight away. Ridiculous.
Did you crash?
Straight away I crashed.
Oh man. You got it all on the easier settings, right? You haven't got it on the harder ones, have you?
I think I got them on standard settings. This is really ridiculously hard, man.
Oh, I crashed
right.
anyway.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is really hard. I think this stage is too hard. By the way, did you check out the other guys' YouTube videos that I sent? It's
Which
some
one?
new British guy talking about black pill stuff.
Was that the Adam guy?
I think
Oh.
so. He's some kind of podgy guy,
Nah.
podgy white guy. Really, you didn't?
Oh, nah.
Really? Because the guy is
Yeah.
like you, but they were completely opposite views. I'm down. What the fuck? Holy
What do you
shit!
mean it's like me? I'm not podgy. What are you on about?
No, but his views. I mean, his views are completely opposite. That's it, man. I'm out of the
I'm not
race.
sure that-
What the fuck? Did I die? I must have died.
Died.
I must have done.
I actually think this bike is hard, right? Because I've been doing I just think about it, and I wasn't crashing like this, so.
I think we
Maybe
need
pick
to do the easiest
pick
track.
one.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'll pick a different bike as well. Check to make sure you've actually got it on the easiest settings for you.
Alright.
Have you checked set? Because I'm going to invite you to the
Yeah, but I can't find where to check.
in the options riding aid. I mean, there's options in the lobby, so riding aid's actually in the lobby, so
Is it?
you can do it in here. Yeah, it's below select rider.
Alright,
You should see
okay.
it because I can change mine. So mine is on what it should be.
Right,
Oh,
you're
it's
right,
just-
riding aids.
Yeah.
Providing aids
So
level custom.
I turn the computer down, the AI difficulty to the lowest now. Easy, 20%. Physics is on the lowest difficulty. So yeah, I've turned it down the lowest. So as long as you got the aids on the easy setting, I would say change the bike.
Oh yeah.
I think.
Well, it's all.
Or not. Maybe not. Okay. Well, actually, no. These bikes are meant to be good. Oh no. The cope has failed.
What? What?
Well, I mean, like, I thought it was the bikes weren't as good, so that's why it was harder to like handle, to steer. But these are the good bikes, so I don't know. Maybe it's the individual sense. Okay.
Ride height device. What the hell is that?
Oh, what are you on? Ride height?
I mean, there's so many options, man. Okay. Alright, that'll do. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, one second, just... Oh, there is other options. Maybe, hold on. Maybe I can make it a bit easier. So it's enabled. Over clear, right. Bike damage is off, so... Balance performance. Okay, so that makes all of us the same anyway. Proportionate, tolerant, free. Real. Okay, so we want off-track aid on. So at least it means if you go on the grass, it'll be a bit more forgiving. So I think that's... Yeah. That should be everything. Alright. Okay. Oh, why does it put it back to medium? Come on it. Easy.
Oh, good. Oh, it's done the same for both of us. That's good.
What do you mean?
A little sign came up saying you've changed some of the aids, and you've got to do the easy one, man. That one.
Which track you want? You can choose.
That one looks okay, but it looks kind of hard. There was one that looked really.
One with the big
that looks
guess,
pretty
right?
easy. That looks kind of easy. That one.
Well, you want one with like less chicanes and.
Well, you want one that looks like
right?
a circle. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks alright.
Square.
Yeah, that looks
Squares,
okay.
Okay.
Oh,
It's got a big straight.
That one doesn't look too bad.
Yeah. The thing is, when you race the track the first time, it's always hard because you don't know how to handle the corners. Oh, there is something that go to your track engineer, because go to the guided setup, because it's something I've been doing. It makes it easier to steer, which I imagine is the issue you're having as well, like, because that's what I've had. So do the sentence I'm going to do, right? So guided setup, have you gone into it?
Yeah.
Right, so go to corner entry,
Okay.
handling,
Yeah.
and you want to press slow leaning. That will make it more responsive when you lean. Now, go to on corners, so the next one on corners down. Precision, understeering, because I imagine it's understeering, right? Because that's what I found.
Precision. Apply.
And then, and then do the same thing for corner exit, understeering again. Do the same on precision, understeering. You done that?
Corner exit, precision.
Yeah, the corner, understeering again.
Alright.
Yeah.
Done.
I found that made it easier.
That's
You can do
ridiculous,
the
man.
acceleration one if you want. I don't need that, but yeah, I found that makes it the handling a bit better.
Oh god.
Do that. So I was just letting you know. Because I had the same problem. I couldn't seem to. Every time I'd go into a corner, I couldn't turn the bike, and it would just crash.
I just.
Everything's ready for the start.
Why are games like this? I just like a nice arcadey game, you know.
Well, this is meant to be a simulation, isn't it? It's a racing sim.
There are some nice arcadey races, but they're not.
Maybe.
They're not crossplay. None of them.
Yeah, 'cause Yeah, because they're not. Most people like the simulation, that's why. Sorry, it's just because, like me, I hadn't played a bike game before. Oh, see, I'm struggling.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, you're the same, right?
Yeah, I
Well, me, I almost went off. I think you have to brake more. You just got to slow down more.
Do you use both brakes or just the front brake?
You only have one brake, right?
Oh, what? I'm falling over all the time. How the hell? I wasn't even on. I was on pavement and I still fell over. What's up with that? No, you've got the back brake as well.
Really?
Yeah.
There's only one button to brake though, so I don't know. I just used the brake button on the trigger.
Yeah, that's the front brake.
Okay, so I didn't think there was an option, but maybe there is. But
There is, yeah.
Okay. What's the button for the back brake? Just check.
If you haven't changed the settings, I think X or A, I can't remember. But I've changed all the buttons myself anyway.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm 29 seconds behind. It's ridiculous.
You're not the only one struggling. I'm crashing as well now.
Wow, you're not. Oh no, you are. Yeah. for a second, I thought you were gonna say you're not 11th, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean 11th for money. I just crashed a couple of times as well.
It's ridiculously hard, man. Let's be honest.
I think you gotta slow down a lot more.
Yeah.
Bends. Not braking early enough.
Well, you really can't accelerate. You've got to just tap the accelerator. It's ridiculous, man. It's not fun. Maybe we can play some Grid Legends. I mean,
Grid Legends is simulation as well.
oh fuck
on
that,
arcade.
no. In that case, no.
but motorbikes are a lot more twitchy, obviously. Like cars are more stable, aren't they? Like for example, if we were playing Formula 1, it would be
Yeah, but we were playing Need for Speed. I enjoyed it, but it was boring. It got boring quick.
Yeah. But you gotta be into racing games, haven't you? That's the thing.
How many laps? Oh, 9 laps. Fuck that. 9 laps. Are you serious?
Yeah. That's only 35% of what the race is meant to be. Like, the race is obviously meant to be about 30 laps.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Let's do 3 laps. Max. No, let's. In fact, let's quit
It's
after
annoying,
this.
I want to race next to you. I don't know where you are.
I'm way behind. I crashed a lot.
No, I'm going to wait for you because I want
Yeah.
I'll just stop.
Yeah, let's just cruise next to each other. Yeah, good idea, man.
I'm way behind as well. I will say, this bike, again, making excuses, but this bike seems harder than the one I was racing in my campaign.
It does.
It doesn't turn well, does it? It just doesn't want to turn when you go into a corner.
It doesn't. There's no handbrake either. Wait, maybe
Yeah,
if
no.
you...
Alright, you're
Oh,
ahead of me
I
now,
went
so-
ahead of you.
Oh yeah, I'm watching you. Look,
Yeah,
you just went straight into
I
the
did.
barrier.
I did. Oh, that's you. Yeah. All right, well, let's.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
All right.
You are using
Yeah.
the third person camera,
Oh, I
right?
rammed
Or
you.
just rammed me.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's even harder if you do the first person view. Tried it. Oh no, you're on the ground.
You're a ghost.
Yeah, you can't ram me when. Alright, you'll get to see me go off the track if I crash. Oh, see my bike! It just lost control.
Yep. Thanks, man. I saw where the corner was coming. All right, now it's your...
See, so it means you're not braking in time. See, when you have someone ahead, you can do it. See there, you overshot a bit. Not too bad. Oh, there, yeah, you're gone. Oh no, still. Alright. Where are you going? You made me crash because I was following you. Oh look, they're all coming around again.
Ah, ridiculous.
We've got company now.
Oh, it's just ridiculous. Oh, you're there.
Oh, what?
What was that?
Was it flipped out.
How?
I was on the cushion. I was driving on the cushion and the wheel spazzed out.
It's really, if you're going fast, it's really hard to turn. It's ridiculous. How are you meant to do tight turns when you're going fast? You're meant to just brake.
Oh yeah, you went off. Well, I slowed down, see, I didn't go off. But you just got to slow down more.
Oh, it's you. Right.
Yeah, you got to like over brake. So brake before you shoot.
So ridiculous. Oh, I fell over.
How did you fall over? That was so straight.
I know, it was just turning on the green thing.
Oh, okay.
How the hell
This
are you...
is dry. I think in the rain it's even harder.
But I don't get this. How the hell are you meant to do like 180 turns then? It's really hard.
I'm gonna slow down.
Yeah, but it's really hard, man. Oh my god. That was hard. This is like really hard.
I think it's because I think what we're doing, you're meant to lean in properly.
Let's play something else, man.
Leaning.
So the guy, the YouTube guy's name is called Jimmy Ladd. Jimmy Ladd. I linked you a video.
Dude, but you said we had something common.
You have something common, as in you're both English guys. You're both, you know, white English guys, basically.
That's not much in common then.
Yeah, not much. Apart from that, you're complete opposites.
So we're not really having anything in common.
Well, your voice is kind of similar, but what's coming out of his voice is a complete opposite. He's going, well, yeah, he's from the south somewhere, but he's going on about looks, black pill, 2080, hypergamey.
Yeah, but
he's going on about all
so
of
he's
that
fat,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, he's
fat?
covered. Yeah.
So again, he should he's not even practicing what he preaches, because if looks really are that important, there's one thing you can be certain of. So he's fat. It's like there's no like, well, should I be jacked or not? Fat is an obvious one. So again, that's what I mean. Like if he's obviously like, okay, so if you think looks are important, you have no excuse for being fat. Someone who doesn't think looks are important, you can understand, because like, well, it doesn't matter. But someone who thinks looks matters should be fat. So
I left him
credibility right away.
I left him a comment like, please come and debate my co-host.
Well, that's all I was just saying to him to begin with. Slam dunk. So, you know, if looks are that important, then how are you fat? So you obviously don't practice what you preach. You know what I mean? If it matters that much to you, you should be in pristine shape, right? Best you can do. Because being fat is something you can change, right? Obviously you can't completely change your face now, but you can at least, and obviously having a lot of body fat, even I know, it makes your face look better than if you're podgy. Because again, I'm not like digging you, but that's what I noticed in your photos, like you did look better, you know? Because your cheeks have kind of like puffed out because of the weight.
Wait, where did you see these photos?
It's on your Instagram.
Oh, my Instagram, yeah. Holy shit! Yeah. Well, yeah, there's only one photo from like proper long time ago.
Like,
yeah,
you look a lot better than what you do now. I'm not like
I'm old now.
Just true, you know.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not it's the weight.
Yeah, but it's hard.
Your face
it's just like
Lister.
It's just like Lister said in Red Dwarf. That's what happens when you get old. You go bald and you get fat.
I know, but I'm just saying it makes being overweight makes a big difference. You know? If your face was still. If you hadn't put on the weight.
No, in your defense, man, like I used to do like martial arts, like karate and stuff, and my karate instructor was this old, hardcore, like Polish. Well, he was British, but he was Polish ancestry, and the guy was I think he was like late 50s, But it was incredible, man. It's like, wow, got a body fucking. The guy was some hardcore karate guy. He was also in the military.
Yeah.
And it's like, he was ripped, man. It was like, wow, that's incredible, man. And me at 40, like, chubby, fat, overweight motherfucker, man. That's a real shame.
Yeah.
It's kind of disgraceful, you know. You're right. Let's watch that Jimmy lad,
You
man.
can do it.
I know, but it's hard, man. It's like, I'm too weak. I admit it. At least I admit it, right? I'm honest with myself.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. If you admit it, it's one thing, but the people I don't like, it's like the people who like say lips for everything.
It's not my fault. Yeah,
but then they don't lose the weight themselves.
Yeah,
or they're not even trying, you know. Or worse, they're actually putting on weight because they're too lazy, you know.
Yeah, weak. Alright, should we watch his video then? Jimmy lads, come. This is lame, man. I wasted fucking £9. Did you are they all lapping me?
Yeah, but you'll get better at it. You just need to play it. Like, I really didn't like the game computer, but I actually enjoy it now, and I've been playing it. It's like getting better.
So, are we going to finish the 9 laps then? That's ridiculously hard.
I don't have to. I'm just, you know.
Because I'm up for just quitting.
Alright, okay. I was just racing because you were continuing.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm never
God,
catching it.
ridiculous.
You're out of it now, right? I'll come out.
Alright, so you want to check out Jimmy Lad's video?
Well, I don't care, but it seems you want me to, so go ahead. Go on then, put it on. It seems you want to get me to...
Well, yeah.
You want to get a reaction, right? Because you know that different viewpoints.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind, yeah.
You want to stir the pot. Why don't we watch the videos that are critiquing Pearly things or the Alex things?
Oh,
see?
fuck that,
Stuff
man.
That triggers you.
I was gonna fall asleep watching that video, man. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Pearly things. That's like William.
Yeah,
but I'm
you're
a small.
Not the biggest fan, though.
I am a fan still, yeah.
At least you don't send them money and stuff.
No,
Well, I hope
exactly.
you don't.
Alright, here we go.
But you did go to a meetup,
Yes.
and not many people went to a meetup, so
Yeah,
you
but-
are
yeah,
quite
but-
a big fan.
Oh, look at these titles. Single men are finished.
Okay, so it's like...
Where's the one?
I've never seen this channel.
This is
it
it.
a big channel? Or is it what?
Look, I know this is gonna trigger you, man. Check it out. He's using the old.
Trigger me, because I know what... I can imagine what it is, that's fine.
He's using the old graph. 3 days ago he uploaded.
Okay, well, you know, like I said, I'm not surprised, you know, I mean, it's...
Oh god.
Yeah, it's not surprising. But it's why I know... See, yeah, it may have triggered me more before, but I've come to the stage now where I realise these guys are so far from the truth, and it's like, it's not even any doubt. Like, it's like, okay, fine, if you want to believe that, it's not the truth, but go ahead.
Alright, so there's 2 we can look at. 60% young, 8 days ago. Well, he addresses this 63% of men are single. Should we watch this one first?
Yeah, but I've already told you that, responded to it, right?
So you want to see
I
the...
can tell you what the answer is now, because it's nonsense, because 63%... No, I can already say why it's stupid, right? Because first we need to do a comparison of what it was, say, like 10, 20 years ago for men in their 20s. Remember, it's only men in their 20s.
Alright, so just tell me which video you want to watch. Then you can...
so, well, I'm just saying that I already know what he's going to say, and I already have the response, and I've already said it to you already.
Alright, let's watch this one first then. The young men aren't having sex.
Alright, okay.
Alright, here we go.
I mean, the title alone is obviously wrong. Young men aren't having sex. I mean, no, the majority are. Like, what?
Alright, here we go. I'm going to adjust the volumes now.
Hey, how we doing, people? Welcome back. I want to kind of make a follow-up to my other video about the data that came out saying that up to 63% of young men are single. And there's more data that says up to about 27% of young men aged from 18 to 30 are virgins. They're adult virgins. And I think this data is actually outdated. I think it's from like 2018. So it's probably only gotten worse in the last 5 years. And the other thing, like, it's got to be higher than that. Like, young men asked if they're virgins, like, of course they're going to lie. So...
Oh man, he's a complete cope. He's complete opposite of you. It's like, is this guy lying? Is this guy bullshitting for some sort of agenda? This is unbelievable.
I would almost double the data, to be honest. Like, how many dudes are just completely lying? I don't know, but let's say it's 27%. Okay, let's say it's 27. You know what? Let's even round it down. Let's try and be conservative in our data, right? Let's say it's only 25%. Well, that's still a huge number, right? That's 1 in 4. That means every 1 in 4 men you see walking about is an adult virgin, which is crazy. And so you might think, well, what's the big deal? Well, it's risen sharply. It's risen by like 10%. And what people have pointed out, which is very auspicious, it's a great word, auspicious. I hope we're not using it in the right context. Anyway, just humour me, please. People have noticed that the adult virginity for men, it rose with the advent of online dating and social media, right? Around 2014, when it really became mainstream. I mean, it was low-key there before 2014, sure, but 2013, 2014, that's when it exploded, right? So like 10 years ago now. So we've been dealing with it only for 10 years. I mean, that's what's so shocking, is like, we're really yet to see the full implications and impact of social media and online dating when it comes to young men. And, obviously it's confounded by the fact we've also got a really bleak economic condition for most young men. So young men can't get homes, they can't build a nest to attract women, because traditionally that's what men used, right? Resources, especially if you're kind of more normie tier or sub 5, it's all you could really use to attract women. But young men can't do that now because the economy sucks. It's all for the boomers. Anyway, that's something else. That's another topic. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty bleak. One in 4, and like I say, it's probably so much higher than that. And am I saying it's directly due to social media? Yeah, I am. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yeah. Okay, and my source for that is nothing, right? It's just putting one and two together, and what else could it be? Right? Like, it's got to be due to online dating, and we all know about the studies on online dating, right? I mean, the statistics, the odds, that they're horrendous. 80-20 rule, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look it up, kid. So, and so, the reason I want to talk about this, let me get all serious and put my glasses on, my pretend glasses on, and try and talk like a PhD professor. The reason why this is significant is because men not being in relationships, that's one thing. I mean, that is terrible. It means that men aren't or young men. I have to keep saying young men because this is young men, the demographic I'm talking about. Not being in relationships is obviously awful. Goes without saying, right? You're not building the necessary skills in order to navigate the world, get experience, right? When you're with a woman for a long time and have a genuinely long relationships, even if you break up at the end, you've learned valuable skills there. You may have learned what your boundaries are. You've learned just what living with a woman's like, right? Or dealing with a woman every day. You've learned valuable experience. That's why I never see relationships as a waste. People try and cope and go like, yeah, I'm not in a relationship because half of them end in 2 years anyway. So it's just a waste of money. It's not. Like life's all about experience. So intercourse, right? Not having that starved of you. I mean, what do you do in that situation? And the older you get, the worse it is. Like, is it?
Yeah, because he talks a bit slowly. It's complete rubbish. There's been one thing has some merit, and it's men are like staying at home more, and that's making it harder because the data does say that, right? That if you're at home, then you're more likely to be like not have a girlfriend or be in. So there's a correlation there. So that's the one point that has some credence, that it's harder because men can't have their own place and so much these days. Everything else is nonsense. Well, I'm trying to remember the points, but like the 80-20, like again, the 80-20 rules of meme. It's never actually was like 80-20 for. I remember someone else said on the video, the 80-20 was just a meme, an economic meme. It's never been that, and it's actually the reverse, isn't it? It's that less than 20% of men aren't getting sex. Back to the study, he thinks, I hope he was like joking when he says like it's virgins, because that data was just for 1 year. Because
that's what I thought, but
yes, this is what I'm saying. This guy, he's just clueless, right? Because this
wasn't
guy,
there one for virgins as well, though? I don't know.
They did do a study for virgins 5 years, right?
Did.
It was something like 5% or something. I think it was.
Oh yeah, so, it was
this
tiny.
This is only just not have sex with, because like in my 20s, I was getting laid. I had a year or two I didn't get laid. So does that mean I'm a virgin? No. This guy is just. This is why like it's hard to watch, because it's complete nonsense what he's saying. It's not. It was men who reported they didn't have sex for 1 year. Now you could not be an incel, because like I was never an incel in my 20s yet. There was year like I would go like maybe 1 year and not have sex, and the next year I'd have like a few women, right? That's how it went. Like, because it could be like you weren't looking that much for it, or you just weren't bothered. You'd come out of a relationship. There's all sorts of reasons. You're too busy, whatever. So it's not even virginity. And of course the predictions. Remember, this is why I said why it's very important in 2021, and why I think a lot of Luxem guys, the content producers, especially the big ones, were very slow or don't mention 2021. Because look at this. This guy is a classic example of why I said there was many men that when they did the 2018, they thought it was only going to go up. They were predicting like 50, 60%, right? And it is a common, this guy's a classic example of what they believe. It went down considerably amount as well. So it completely debunks what they were thinking. They were just so way off with their viewpoints. And this guy, if he thinks it's virginity, he can't even read the study properly. He doesn't even know what it is.
Should we see what he says?
Yeah,
I know. I don't know if you think he's serious or is he a coper? He looked. I'll be honest. He did look a bit short, right? He looked like maybe he was standing on. Was he standing on something, or was he walking around? He just looks like he might be short, like really short.
I don't care what he looked. He could look like He could look like I don't know. He could look like Brad Pitt, or he could look like Danny DeVito. It doesn't really matter. It's what he's saying that's the problem. He's way off. He can't even read the study properly.
Do you think he really believes what is coming out of his mouth, or he's just saying it to fucking spew his agenda? What do you think?
He's just saying it because if he really believes it, he must be quite stupid, because because the study says men who haven't had sex for 1 year.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to quiz him on that. Well, let's see what he says about this 63% of men are single. Let's see what he says.
No,
come on.
This is boring.
No, because he might have said.
Boring.
No. Seriously, he might say something.
This
Seriously.
is a waste of time.
No, it's not.
You can't even read a study. Right?
No. Come on, man. Come on.
The study says.
Come on,
you don't
man.
want to watch like a video where a guy actually breaks down the studies and will give you the information. But you'll watch a guy.
Yeah, but he might come out with something. Look at this, and look at this. Look.
It's complete drivel.
Look how many
I was
views.
falling asleep. It's boring,
The guy's got 5k views, man. That's like
yes, because he's
10 times what I get.
And people who just want to laugh at him. That's what it is.
What? No, they're black pill guys. They're fucking all
it's
misery.
People looking for a locale to just like.
No, it isn't, man. No, he's not a locale. It is misery. It is the bottom feeders. It is the bottom feeders, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm not interested in that. It's just ridiculous.
No, come on, man. Come on, just the first 3 minutes. Come on, man. Alright, ready?
I don't get why you're so into this.
Because he might say something, because, like, I want to know if he's serious or not. I want to gauge. Does this guy actually believe? I did ask him. I left him a comment. He didn't. Let's see if he replied. I bet he didn't. I'll check right now.
If he's being yeah, I just hope for his own sake, because he was way off in what he said, that he is trolling. Because,
that's why we need to check another video. You know, get a double.
I don't because there's plenty of people who are deranged like he is, but just leave them be. I feel sorry for them, but, like, you know.
Come on, man. Like, we can watch whatever you want afterwards.
To more high up IQ individuals who can actually articulate their thoughts and actually tell you useful information. I'm not going to learn anything from this guy, right? Because he's just peddling nonsense. And I don't want to, and I feel bad sort of laughing at these people. It's like the things with, like, you know, I wouldn't do it with that. Was it the depressed guy? The other one that made me feel bad. You know, like, those people, yeah, they're in a bad way. Like, I mean, I don't know. This guy doesn't seem as depressed, frankly, but
he doesn't. No, maybe he's hiding it. I don't know. Maybe he's like, maybe he's a.
But yeah, if you really want to play it, man,
he's a fake.
I just don't see the point of this.
He's got the dead doomer philosophy statue. That's funny.
I mean, unless you just want to, like, rip
people. No, seriously. Seriously.
Because that's all you can do with someone like this.
I think he may have deleted my comment. I don't know. I swear I commented on him. Let's have a look. I mean, the guy uploads so regularly. He's been uploading a lot, man. So I'm not sure which.
Yeah, he's a doomer, isn't he? He seems to be like the
yeah, but he's got his job, right? Because he works in some sort of shop.
Yeah, but you can be a doomer and still have a job, right? You can still have that negative sort of insult mindset, right? Not all of them are needs. A lot are, but not all of them. You can still have that mindset, because
it looks like he's being serious. I mean, the guy's uploading. No, but the thing is, he's uploading too much. So it looks like it's a grift, man. It could be a bit of both, maybe. Black pill grift, maybe. Anyway, come on, man. Like, we'll watch a bit of it.
All
3
right,
minutes.
Go ahead,
All right.
play it.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. I better sort out the volumes.
So, what is it that I want to talk about? Well, it's this new research that's come out from Pew Research that says up to 63% of young men aged 18 to 29 are single, whereas only 30% of young women in that age demographic are single. So, we've got 63% of young men are single, 30% of young women are single. Now, why is that an issue? Well, I'm not a mathematician, but there's a pretty clear discrepancy there. Almost 2 to 1, right? There's double the amount of young single men aged 18 to 29 than there is single women of that age. And that is insane. That should disturb you. I mean, I could list through the adjectives: disturbing, horrific, scandalous, outrageous. And I think it's crazy how it's gotten to this stage. I mean, we're literally not that far off the 80-20 rule at this point, where, you know, it's currently at 63%, and I bet it's projected to increase over the next 5, 10, 15 years. Don't be surprised when it eventually reaches 80% of young men single. And we literally have hypergamy made manifest. We're seeing it in front of our eyes, especially with the developments over the last 10, 20 years. I think there's a number of reasons why it's all happening. We can get into that. I think obviously number one is the idea of the traditional structures which inform society, like religion, like tradition. They've been rejected for a long time. Some would say since the 1960s, but really just in the mainstream, it really began in the 90s. You know, the boomers still did marry at a certain, you know, the majority still married, but that's been decreasing with each generation. You know, Gen X, Millennials, Zoomers, and now it's almost just a free-for-all. We've reverted back to, I don't know what, just a pagan way of being, I guess. But I think the real scandal for me is not even so much the data itself, even though it is shocking and really disturbing, as I've said. It's more the fact, what annoys me is the way that people try and deny it or find various coping mechanisms to try and rationalize the data. So I want to try and go through a few of those just to really dismiss them. And, you know, I never want people to cope. I think we need to confront the truth of the situation. And even though that situation is not always very pretty and can be slightly depressing, I think we have to confront it. And I understand why people don't want to, because there is an inbuilt positivity bias, I think, in just human psychology where when some things are just so bad, it's just easier to bury your head in the sand and not confront it. Because if you have to confront it, it will just smash your worldview, your almost blue-pilled way of seeing the world. So I get why people don't like to discuss these kind of topics. In fact, I'd argue that they're low-key a taboo in society. If you bring this data up, this almost sociological data, people find it very strange, but hey, look, I'm doing it. So first thing that, as I've said, people try and deny, and they try and explain away this data, is they say, well, this is explained by the fact that it's men's fault, right? Young men, they're not manly enough, they just want to stay at home, play video games, they're not interested in women. Okay, well, maybe that's true. Maybe that most young men are kind of beta males, let's just say. They're not as vigorous as their forefathers. Maybe that's true, but I'd argue that that's a symptom of the current offered, they do go. So I think a lot of these nerds, if they could get girls, they would. I don't think this dropping out of society is necessarily their choice. Let's just break it down. I mean, why everything a man does is to be with a woman, to have a relationship. Why do you think men spend hours in the gym working out? Why do you think men, wear fancy suits? This argument, I think, is the fact that not only is relationships on the decline for young men, but so is, well, it's not on the decline, it's on the rise, is adult male virginity. So this idea that men aren't in relationships because they're sleeping around, right? They're not settling down, they're being playboys. Well, why is adult male virginity on the rise? Doesn't make sense. And the other, again, disturbing fact is that female adult virginity, I mean, it was already very low, but it's actually decreasing even more throughout the decades and the years. And all this seems to suggest and confirm the old theory of hypergamy, the idea that the 80-20 rule, that the majority of women are really genuinely attracted to a top minority of men. And it seems that the data, at least, seems to suggest that most women, the majority of women, are dating the top group of men, and 63% are being pushed out and made obsolete. So that's one explanation. The whole idea that men are going just MGTOW and boycotting women or just playing around, I think it's complete cope. I think we all know it. The other explanation, which is slightly better, perhaps, is the idea that the discrepancy, which is horrific, 2-1, right? 63% versus 30%. That discrepancy can be explained by the fact that young women date older men. And so that's why there's more young men who are single. Well, firstly, if that even is the case, it's still a really messed up situation, that the fact that most young men are not dating. I mean, I shouldn't have to explain to you why that is a massive issue. The fact that young men aren't having these just basic fundamental cornerstones of life, having a relationship. The fact that most young men now, the majority, 63%, aren't. The fact that I have to explain to you why that's an issue, it's not great. I shouldn't have to explain that. But as I say, even if it is the case, most young women are dating older men, that is still an awful trend and should be rectified. But I don't even think it is the case, because most age gap relationships consist of about being 2 to 4 years apart. So if young women are dating older men, it should really only affect the age range of 25 to 29. Still, all the other ages would still count within that bracket. If what I'm saying making sense, I hope it does. I hope it makes sense. So it really shouldn't affect the data to that much of an amount. So, and the other, I think, stronger case is the fact that this figure, 63% being single of young men, it's risen since, I think, 2019, where it was 51%. So if you're trying to explain this data as young women just dating older guys, well, since 2019 have like 12% of young women suddenly decided to date older men. I don't think so. There's no evidence for that at all. That's just pure conjecture. So I think that's a massive cope. And we can get into why that whole idea of older men in their 30s dating women in their 20s is beginning to become more and more antiquated as young women become more professional, they have careers, they don't need older men to get resources nearly as much. But that's a video for another day, I feel. So all these copes are just really weak, and they can really be dismissed just really walking through and exploring the implications that they would necessarily entail. But people don't care about that. People just want to dismiss this data because it makes them uncomfortable, and it should make you uncomfortable. This is profoundly unhealthy. It reflects a really awful society, and relationships are a real fundamental pillar of civilization. The fact that 63% of young men, the majority, aren't in them is a terrible thing. It should horrify you. And the fact that everyone just pretends as if this is normal, they aren't freaking out, that this is just not a big deal, is crazy. This is unprecedented. This is really a terrible thing. And so I don't know what the answer is. I'm pretty resigned at this point to the West and the way things are going, but it's interesting now that it seems to be reaching a tipping point where the majority now can't even get a girlfriend. Right? Before, I feel like it used to just affect these sub-5 males, and this was an issue for some men, but now it's literally reaching the point where a 6 out of 10, a 7 out of 10 man can't even get a girl. If it's 63%, well, that implies that 6 out of 10, right, can't get a girl. So we're witnessing hypergamy made manifest, and it's only going to get worse. And we shouldn't deny the reality. And again, I understand why people want to deny the reality. I think no one likes to admit that, especially men, because we're very prideful. No man wants to admit that he can't get a girlfriend. It's a very humiliating thing to admit. And so very few men who can't, which again is the majority, 63% of young men, very few of them will be willing to confront the reality of the situation. But we have to. If we're going to be honest, if we're going to be intellectually sincere, we have to confront the figures, the reality, and we can't bury our heads in the sand. So that's all. That's all I wanted to say. I hope you found the video useful. If you have, give it a like. I'll see you next time.
Bill, you there? Let's just wait for Bill, everyone. I'm gonna check these out later.
Porture's over. I've got to be honest, I switched off a lot of the time when he's talking because it's just
But
anything.
I thought at first I wasn't sure. It's like, is the guy just some black pill grifter? Is he some phony black pill grifter?
I don't know, but just rambling. It was
No,
quite
but he does.
boring.
He came out with the lingo, with the incel lingo. He does. He does know, man. So I think it's half and half. He is a
Okay.
doomer. He is involved involved in the incel community, but he also has seen an opportunity to capitalize on the YouTube grifting, right? Half and half.
Okay.
That's what I think anyway. What do you think?
Trying to grow his channel, yeah.
Yeah, because it's worked for other people, right? Like Wheat Waffles, he did it masterfully.
Good point. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I that's why I said you can make a grift of like the Black Pearl Lucasm. Yeah, it's true. You can do it, and yeah, if more people like watch the content, then there's more opportunity to do grifts, and of course you then got to just say what people want to hear, right? So you got to cater to your audience. So yeah.
So he addressed what you said, and he went completely the opposite way. He said, well, one way they try and explain it is like these guys aren't getting in relationships. They're just, they're just being playboys. They're just getting the sex and then moving on. That's what you said, but he said what he said is that's not happening because according to him, male virginity is on the rise. So it doesn't make sense.
Isn't like there's no metric where male virginity is on like hugely rising.
Let's have a look.
He's equating male virginity with not having sex for a year. He doesn't even understand what the studies are. So he's just so far off. He's not even on the same planet.
Do you think he's being genuine?
I don't know. Maybe. Because the reason why I say that, because there is people who have these hysterical viewpoints, like they think that women are only going for the top 10%, and they legitimately believe it. I think maybe this guy's a victim of too much lookism and black pill propaganda.
He was coming out of all that sub-5, 2080, hypergamous.
Yeah, because maybe, I don't know how old it is, but maybe he's been consuming the content for a few years now, and he's fully brainwashed. He was on the forums.
I wouldn't say he's fully brainwashed, because he's too... Look at what he's done with his channel. He's too... like Dead Doomer. You could tell Dead Doomer was genuinely... He was genuinely YouTuber.
Showing himself, and whether you're ugly or not, it still helps if you show yourself to like grow a YouTube channel.
And he's doing it with... He's not autistic. He's done it well. He's created good thumbnails.
I mean, maybe he doesn't believe it. I don't know, because I can't...
I think it's half and half. He believes it. He's a doomer. He genuinely seems to be a doomer. And whether he believes it fully or not, he doesn't care, but he recognises the grift is real, the grift is available. The grift...
He could be the next Wheat Waffles, right?
He could be. He can be the... Well, what about Incel TV, aka Rehab Room? And what about Eggman? Eggman gets the fucking donations.
Well, Eggman did what out of it, right? I know he's gone back to...
Eggman said in one of his streams, someone asked him, what's the biggest donation you've ever had? And he looked at it and he said, I think he said $2,000. That's not bad, man.
I know in 2021, he made 50k in donations alone.
There you
plus
go,
he
man.
gets merch, plus some other stuffing.
I'm looking...
So he probably made like 55k.
I'm looking at all these, so I googled male virginity on the rise, and it's all, and there's a bunch of pages have come up, but they're all using this one graph, this 27% graph, man. And
which isn't true, because again, male virginity, they did this, if you go to the site...
Yeah, it's like 5% or something.
Look at the 5-year one, so men who report not having sex for 5 years, and even it, you could not be a virgin, because you might have had sex...
No, but this is similar, this is similar to male virginity. He's not wrong, because look what it says on the graph. It says 27% of men under 30 report that they have not had sex since turning 18. So a good number of those will be virgins, man.
Sorry, since turning 18? Well, that's not the usual one, is it?
It is. I'll send to you.
Well, it can't be the same one, because I've got it here. In the past year. It explicitly says in the past year. So it's
So you send it to me, I'll send you my one, you can send me your one.
I mean, that looks botched to me. Are you sure they're not edited that? Because
Whoa! Are you
that is
telling
not
me?
what it is.
Are you telling me fucking guys
Yeah,
are editing
that
graphs
is
now?
not what it
Holy
is,
shit! We are living in some proper fucking dystopian shithole. Like fucking studies are being edited.
I got that study bookmark. So let me bring up bookmark then. Because that's completely different to like
What?
not having sex with
No, but the
you.
graph's the same.
No, let me explain before you jump the gun. That's a completely different question. Like, have you not had sex this
Fucking
year?
check it out, man.
Are you a virgin? That's a completely different question, right?
I found it, man.
So let me.
Crazy, man. Clown World ish. Clown World ish.
Yes, there we go. Hold on. Well, this is the 20. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, because it displays the 2018 one as well.
It's the same, right? It's the same graph, right?
No,
It's not.
different.
It's not. It's not.
No, I'll screenshot it and then send it to you. Right, I'll just send it now.
I see it. Yeah, it's a different study.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very similar, but so okay. So let's not look at that one now. Let's look at the young male
That's what I mean.
virginity.
It's a completely different question, so I'm very skeptical of the one. No way is it almost 30%. See, it doesn't make any sense, right? Because it's got the 2018 on there, right? They've just switched that because the 2018 is more towards 27% didn't have sex that year. Because it says male virginity for 5 years is only 5%. So that looks like someone's edited that because you can't have only 5% of men have not had sex for 5 years. If 27% are virgins, it doesn't work, does it?
Well, it's not saying they're virgin. It's saying they just haven't had sex since they were 18. That's what it's saying.
Yeah, but look, it's men under 30. So that's saying 27% of men under 30.
Yeah.
It's watch. Come on now, that's not real. Because that would mean that 27% of men up to 30, 18 to 30, are virgins.
No.
So
See,
someone's
no, not virgins. Not had sex since they were 18. It says.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying they had like.
They might have had sex when they were 17 or 18 or something. So I would say a good chunk.
That's a different question.
I would say a good chunk of them are still going to be virgins, though. Like maybe 15%. Oh shit.
I've gone to the site where that is. What is this site?
Yeah, have a read, man. Seriously, it's time you address this, man. Because what is going on here, man? This is crazy. This is crazy-ish.
I don't know yet if there's anything to address because I need to go to the study, right? Because this is just some random website.
What the hell?
What is this source? Is this an incel website? Boing, boing.
I don't know. I just found it on Google just now.
Yeah, because it's just a screenshot. You need to actually go to the study because obviously you can. Right, so the general search because it's the same study, so I don't. Right, so I think the easy thing is just gonna let male. Well, yeah, it's a tricky one because it's not strictly male virginity, isn't it? It's saying. Well, no, it's an easy one, isn't it? 5 years. So if only 5% of men haven't had sex in 5 years, then clearly those men have had sex since they've turned 18. Right? So it's wrong. Can't be right.
You're telling me it's wrong. You're telling me the graph is wrong.
How can those studies fit then? If one study's saying that men, only 5 or 6% of men haven't had sex in the past 5 years, right? So how have those men, 18 to 30 then, not had sex since? Doesn't make sense, does it? You can't have both. They can't both be true, right? One has to be wrong. You can't have them both being correct, can you? because they contradict one another. That's what I'm saying.
No, because they both go to 2018.
Yes, but on the 2018 it says within 5 years, so that would be since 2013, right?
Yeah.
So
2000.
have like it doesn't fit, does it?
It fits. It fits, man. If you just consider that they had sex when they were 18, some of them.
Yeah, but if they had sex when they're if they had sex when they're 18, then that would be excluded on this because it's since they turned, so that's day 1 of 18. So it'd have to be sex when they were 17.
So you're telling me you don't believe that graph? Is that what you're telling me?
Not until I see the source, no, because it contradicts the other study I've seen. If I can
I don't
find
know if it does
the source
contradict it,
and
man.
read the study, well, show me where the study is the source, because this is just some random website you've given me with a screenshot. If I like the general social survey, so I'm going to try and find it now. If I can find it and it's legit, then sure. But if I can't, it looks like bullshit to me, because this contradicts the previous study I read. You know, this is just some random website that I don't even know what it is. Boing.net. I mean, come on now.
Let me see.
Because it's the same people who
Boing,
did all
boing.
these studies, right? The general social survey, so we should be able to find it.
The Washington
It's the same
Post.
one.
It says right there, man. The General Social Survey. The Washington Post.
Source.
Yeah, General Social.
Sources are very important. If it's legit,
It says right there, General Social
if it's
Survey.
legit, we'll be able to find it on the website. If it's not legit, it won't be there.
Well, the Washington.
That's
It
the thing,
came.
because we can.
It came from the Washington Post, a newspaper. So I don't know if you want to now say that's not legit. Maybe I don't know.
I don't think that was the one that's posted. I got a feeling that it was a different one on the Washington Post because I remember that Washington
It was not.
Post.
No, I remember that one. Was.
Washington Post. No, because it's
think-
the one that Wheatworth was switching.
I think no. I think you're getting confused because they were actually quite similar. Those two graphs, which makes sense because you know they're going to be legit graphs. They're going to be similar.
I don't think so. Like I say, I'm skeptical over this until I can see it. The reason why is because this paints a completely different picture.
Not really,
What's
man.
similar.
Not that you can. It can be explained. I'm sure of it.
Not from what I'm seeing. You know, that's why I just want to find where the study is so I can see it's legit. Because I just got a feeling that someone. Because you do realise people can edit it, right? Because it's very easy to just edit the wording, right? So it's what men says there. Because you know, like you've got had sex in the last year, the one I showed you, right? And it's that one between 30 and 18.
They can edit it. What you mean? They can fucking lie about the stat? Is that what you mean? They can literally.
People do that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
So
This
in
is
that
what I'm
case, you can
saying,
just say,
make
you can just believe
no.
whatever you want. It's all edited. You're like, fucking that graph is
Yeah, but
edited.
this
It's
is
live.
why I say you go and find the study.
Well, it
If
says
you
it-
find the study.
The study.
There's
It
no
says.
argument,
It says.
right?
It says the study right
If
there.
it's real, then the study should be there. No, you've shown me a screenshot from a random site.
No, I haven't. It says right there. The Washington
It is.
Post.
Boing.net is not the study.
Yeah,
It's
the study
just
they have.
the screenshot. This is not a study, Ice Cat.
The study they put is the
This is
Washington
not a
Post.
study.
The Washington Post General Social Survey. It says right there. I can see it. I can see it, man.
You showed me a screenshot. That's not the study. Remember?
It
This is
says-
the whole reason why. Remember, I was going to make a video because, like, even Wheatworth.
I think you need-
but he doesn't talk about the
You
study,
you
right?
need to make this video desperately, Bill. Desperately. It's not a joke, man. You
I
need.
mean, you're just trolling me now.
I'm really not. I want to say objective. Like, aren't you always saying you like guys that are objective? That's me, man. I am your. What's the word? How's that go? I'm your. What was that? What was that saying?
Yeah, it's bullshit. I knew it's bullshit.
What? How?
Do you know what I mean? Because look, on the site that you sent me to,
Yeah.
see it says
I'm
on
your
there,
huckleberry. What's that mean?
About 27% of men under 30 report they haven't had sex since turning 18. Now there's a link. When I click on the link, it goes to the Washington Post. Now, on the Washington Post, what it says there, because it's got the same graph, right? 20%. Young men driving in declining sex. Share of men and women between ages 18 and 13 reporting no sex in the past year. So it is. Someone just changed that. I knew it was bullshit.
Well, can you send me that in this? Send me that in message, man.
You can even go to it yourself just to prove that I've not changed it. If you click on that site you sent, but I'll screenshot it for you. Yeah, like I said, it did make sense to me. That's why I was like, no. But yeah, look.
Alright, let me see.
But that's why Ice Skate, you always got to check the source. Always had to check it. You know,
I mean,
people are trying to push agendas, man. Right, so, give me 1 second, I'll just send. Because I was like, what the hell? Because that paints a very different picture if it was true. I was like, nah, it can't be true because, like, that's in contradiction to everything I've seen. Alright, so, yeah, this is what the graph actually was, right?
oh, fuck.
See? Look at the wording. In the past year, they've edited it.
Holy shit.
See?
That's messed up. God, we're gonna have to show this on stream.
That's what I mean.
You're fucking true. It's true what you're saying.
True, can it? Yeah.
This is incredible, man. Oh man, this has got to be fucking shown on stream, man. This is too much.
And on the page, because I even scrolled up and down to see if there was like a different graph. There isn't.
This is amazing. This is a breakthrough for the fucking
there
black
isn't.
pill community,
you can scroll
man.
through the Washington Post page yourself, because do you know how they messed up? Because they've linked the page to it.
Oh man, this is a huge break. No, it's different, man. No, it's wrong. It's wrong, man. We're mistaken. They are different, man. You know why? Look at
that graph. It's not on. It doesn't exist on the site. There is no graph that says that.
We're mistaken, man.
No young male virginity.
It's very similar. They're similar graphs, but they are different.
That doesn't exist though. There's no evidence for this.
You're saying this guy just made up this
There's no
graph?
graph on it. Well, where is it? Because you go to the Washington Post, it's not there. I've typed into on this general social study, doesn't exist. It only just refers you to one in the year. Because like I said, the 5-year study on men who have had not sex for 5 years is only around 5-6%. So to not have sex, like to have almost a third of men 18 to 30 not have sex, seems improbable because of based off the other studies. Like, and that's a ridiculous high amount anyway, like 30, you know? Because that's since turned 18. We're not talking about a dry streak of a year or a 5-year. Because you could be like, have a man who's 28, 29 who's not had sex since he turned 18. Like, and also, I was skeptical because this is just some random site I've not heard of before. You know, it's sort of like you don't want to click on
Google,
links because you don't know what's gonna, you know, pop
Google male virginity on the rise. You'll see that graph is posted all over the place, man. So what are you telling me? That they all made it up? No, come on, man.
Well, I'm telling you now that why isn't it on the Washington Post? I've just told you. And look at that graph I sent you. How can they both be true? Makes no sense. You only just have to think about it logically for a few seconds and you realise it doesn't add up. It's bullshit. Both can't be true. They contradict one another. And again, they link to the Washington Post. Well, why is it not there? And I can't find on the what's the source of the study. Can't find that either. Is that not suspicious? Because I can find when Wheat Waffles lists, because the one Wheat Waffles uses is the legit one. It's the when men who report no sex for a year. When Wheat Waffles just posts that screenshot, you can find it because you type it in and it comes up. So even though he just posts a screenshot, you can find the study. This you can't because it's almost like it doesn't exist. Can't find it. Otherwise you'd be able to find it.
I can't believe like all those websites just made up. That doesn't make sense, man.
What? Some random ass website? This is
no, it's not just a random.
This is like some.
It really.
This is a random ass website.
It's a whole load of them. I googled it. Look, it all comes up like fucking Boing Boing is just one of them. Then there's Institute for Family Studies, Reddit, workretire.die.com.
Family Studies. Well, that's one that site I'm on already. So what? Show me that one then.
All right.
Show me the Institute for Family Studies because that's one that has the studies that I was using on. So I know that that's a legit site. That is a proper site. So
All right, man. Let's see.
That wouldn't have creepers. So actually, I should be able to find it if I just type in, right? So it's the IFS.
Google male virginity on the rise.
IFS male virginity on the rise.
Yeah, it's not in that Institute for Family Studies one.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Again,
That is the legit thing. That's the legit
I found it
solution.
again.
It's not there.
I found it again. Check your Discord and have a read.
Don't tell me you found it on some Reddit.
Yeah, but what, are all these websites not genuine? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
Even Reddit guys now.
No, it's not Reddit. It's called Work Retire Die. It's some sort of Doomer website,
can't find
man.
it on the study sites, right? So we can't find it on the study sites. It's not even on the Washington Post, which says it is, right? But it's on Reddit.
Not Reddit, no. These websites, or kind of maybe they are Redditors. I don't know.
Because when I typed it, it was coming up Reddit. That's why I
Yeah,
said
Reddit as well.
So work retired, which okay. But
What do you think?
with us, so it's obviously a Doomer site already. Like with us, I mean, come on now, this is not.
But I mean, this Doomer stuff is big business now, man. And look at these websites; they're like proper professional websites. What's going on?
Well, I wouldn't say they don't look very professional, but no, this is a bullshit website again. Nice guy, what is this? Because it's just like loads of weird links and.
It's a website, man.
Oh look.
What?
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Yeah, you're winding. But look, someone put on the comments. I know you're being partly tongue in cheek.
You're joking.
I don't know. I don't know if he's referring to that or not, though. To be fair, but.
How the hell do you play this game?
Some people put. Oh, someone's putting. Yeah, it's. Well, I don't know. Is it referring to that or not? He said it's a joke. Guy posted it. If you look at the comments.
So look.
Oh, I can only imagine. Thanks you. This one was written by an intern, so we'll send confidence this way. And someone put, I hope this is supposed to be a joke. And then he put, applied joke. So it's classic coast confusing.
I can't see any comments.
Because he's described, he's trying to say, like, you know. Yeah, I mean.
Well, you know why he probably said that? Because the guy blames it on Marvel and shit. Like, he says, guys are more interested in watching Star Wars.
About that, but I don't know. Like, until I can find the study, I'm going to say this is not.
Alright, let me try and see and find it again. I bet I can.
Yeah, like find me a legit, not just some person who has their own website. They find me. Ideally, the study that would just end any wondering. Like, why can't we find it? Because it doesn't exist.
I can't believe someone made it up and it didn't get fucking taken down.
You're trolling, man.
I can't.
Never heard the term fake news on the internet. There's people posting.
Yeah, but
there's men everywhere.
Yeah, but this is a legit site.
You know, people put all sorts of stuff in.
Washington.
Come on now, it's cat.
I found it again.
Boring.
I found it again. Oh, it's someone's blog though.
Yes, of course, it's going to be.
The Washington Post. No, but why isn't the Washington... No, it doesn't make sense what you say, because the Washington Post would have got wind of this and been like, no, that graph is unofficial, remove that immediately, or, you know, you're going to go to prison, basically.
Not if it's on some... no.
Seriously, man, they're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to, like, slander the Washington...
Sorry to tell you, but this is not real. It's not real. I'm telling you
I don't know, man. I think a lot of guys, including Jimmy Lads, would be arguing with you right now. You know, they'd be.
Jimmy Lads can argue what he wants, and good luck to him. You know, whatever. I don't care because Jimmy Lads.
Oh.
Doesn't interest me, to be honest.
Freaking Daily Mail, man.
But anyway, this is boring because we're not going to find it because I imagine it doesn't.
Alright, it says here. Oh, it doesn't say male or female though. It says 1 in 8 British 26-year-olds are still virgins. Does that sound about right to you?
I don't know off the top of my head what 26-year-olds virginity is meant to be. Wouldn't know.
Yeah, we need a graph. Still have a graph. Oh fuck, this is lame. Some woman. Alright, let's. Yep. Boing boing. Reddit. Yep. Reddit. Twitter. But it's just all over the place, man. I can't believe it. I found it. The Blot magazine.
Oh, come on.
What? It looks legit, man.
That's not the study, man. Look, the institute's a big institute. This is why I call it bullshit, because...
Nah, this is...
Right? The other graph you can find in 2 seconds.
You can't find this one in...
Right? But this one, why can't you find it? Because it doesn't exist.
Have a look. I just sent it on Discord, man. Have a look.
Last one. Otherwise, you got to give me a proper link. I'm not going to all these obscure sites for hours.
Okay.
Again, it's the same thing.
What?
Is there any
How?
link? No, there's not. No. You're trolling me,
I'm
man.
not. It's a legit fucking website, man.
I'm sorry. I'm going to start calling you low IQ soon.
No, man.
The first thing you do when there's stuff like this is, and even on YouTube, you go, where's the source? You're going to you list the source of the study. There's no sources. On this, there's not even a...
Well, it says this source. So what? It says Washington Post.
I mean, on this one, it doesn't even say Washington Post.
Yeah, but it's obviously from the Washington Post. Yeah, it's the same one is what I mean. Why is it appearing again and again? If it's erroneous, why is it appearing again and again and again if it's been if it's been falsified?
It's like the 80-20 rule that doesn't even exist. Come on now. I mean,
no, it doesn't make sense what you're saying. Honestly, it doesn't. Honestly.
That lizard men exist, then this exists.
Oh, come on, man.
Why can't you find it? Why? Because it doesn't exist.
What, you mean, why can't I find it on the Washington Post, you mean?
Maybe. It's not on the Washington Post, because I was on the Washington Post website and it's not there.
Maybe the Washington Post retracted it. Because, you know, like...
Because it's wrong. Because it's false.
No, that doesn't make sense. No, that doesn't make sense what you're saying. Maybe...
So they didn't retract, Icecat, this is your thought process. So they didn't retract the other graphs they've still got up, right? The one I showed you, and they've got another one as well. But they retracted that one. Is it because it's like, oh, that's too real, that's too much truth, oh, we need to take that one
Maybe,
down.
I mean, you know OkCupid, that's what OkCupid did. You laugh, but that OkCupid retracted their studies because they were too blackpilling. You laugh, but that is true.
Because it was wrong. Normally people retract stuff because the study's found to be incorrect. That's the reason why they take it down. You don't take down stuff which is correct because again there's no consistency, because why not take these two down? Probably because these two are actually correct. So if they did have something else up, they obviously felt, oh, this is bad for our reputation because it's inaccurate, it's like fake news, we're going to take it down. And I imagine it was never on the Washington Post to begin with, which is why you can't find it.
I think one, you know, you've got to make some really video. You've got to go ahead and make that video, man. You got it. It's time. You know, it's time. And number two, you and a guy like Jimmy Ladd could have an epic podcast debate about this, man. I would just be.
I'm not talking to that guy.
What?
I'll tell you now.
I
No,
already-
because that's just a waste of my time.
I already-
Sorry,
I already put forward the
I'm
challenge, man.
look, Ice Skate, you can talk to him. Okay?
Oh no,
Maybe
no, but
you have the same thinking, but
I mean,
for me, no, it's just
from
no point.
at first, I'll be honest with you, Bill. I was with you like half an hour ago, and now looking into what he's told me, his position has become stronger, in my opinion, man. I'm serious.
Okay, and that's perfectly fine. You can believe what he believes. You can be
I
deluded
don't-
like he is.
I don't.
It's fine.
I don't believe what he believes. I just want to be objective, you know.
You're just shit stirring. You're playing devil's advocate, which is fine. But I know you're trolling me.
Well, I am also trying to be objective, you know.
No, you actually had me to begin with, because I actually was thinking, if that graph was legit, I was like, wow, that like 180 over what I'd read before the other graphs. But I was just confused because but that contradicts the other graphs. Like they can't both be true. And then I was like, hold on, yeah, no, this doesn't exist. This is like someone's just, made it seem worse, over exaggerating, right? You know, I actually want it to be real. Because I then want to scratch my head and see, well, how can like all of these graphs be true then? Yeah.
Well, they could be true because maybe.
Unless I'm missing something here, how can you have, say, like 5% of men not have sex for 5 years, but yet like then have such a high number of men, 18 to 30, not having sex? So yeah, I want it to be true, just because I then want to know how all these graphs can simultaneously be correct, but it's not. Oh, and I actually looked into something, the rate of singlehood, just out of interest, because that's something I want to see, like what it used to be years gone by, right? You need a comparison. Well, this is from a government, UK. Okay, this isn't just from some random site like you linked. Government, UK. So, proportion of singlehood, right? Saying it's going up, okay, since 2008. But when we look at the proportion of people who were single in their 20s, it's always been high.
Single.
Yeah. So, we'll give you some age range, so break it down by age, right? So 16 to 19.
Yeah.
What year do you want? 2008 or 2018? They got the comparison here. You got 2 years. What do you want me to say?
Can you repeat the question?
Well, they've done a comparison because they're saying that, you know, the rate of singlehood is going up, which is true, gradually, you know. They've got 2 years. They've got the rate of singlehood at 2008 and 2018, because I guess this was done in study for 2018. Was it done? I don't know when the study was done, but they've got 2018 and 2008, 2 values.
Yeah.
So I can tell you what it was for 2008.
So obviously it's going to be more singledom in the later one, 2018.
Yeah. But the point of references is that we're comparing even 2018 to the new one, right? Because, you know, people are like, 60% of men in their 20s are single, right?
Yeah.
So, I'll say both years, okay, so 16 to 19, right? So 2008 was 99.4% of people were single, and 2018, 99.6%. That's 16 to 19, so that's young, you expect that. Then 20 to 24, and by the way, this is men and women. 20 to 24, 2008, 93.1, 2018, 96.7. 25 to 29, 2008, 70.5, 2018, 78.7. So you can see it is going up, like 8% increase, you know. So, was that the last one? Yeah, it was. Then it's up to 30s. See, once you get into your 30s, the rate of singledom drops to about 45%. Although it's up to 50% now in 2018. Because obviously people, you can see on this graph, it naturally, when people are young, they stay single. And look at those rates of singlehood. And
even in 2008, right, 25, 29, 70% people were single. It's men and women, but the latest graph showed that only 30% of women were single, right? So you wouldn't, if anything, the numbers could be higher if it was just men, right? Because women are meant to be more likely to be in relationships. That's what the latest one said. So once again, what's so radically new? It seems that it's just normal. People in their 20s are largely single, but then once you hit 30, which again, common sense to anyone who's not brainwashed, once you get to 30, people start to settle down. That's what the graph shows, and that's why it starts to really shoot down, because people get settled down. Apparently when you're in your 50s and 60s, it really goes down. It's like 10%, 5% single, you know, really people settle down. Yeah, that's...
So you just don't agree with the rising male virginity.
Raising male virginity. Well, I mean, male virginity may have increased, but it's probably not increased by a lot. That's the thing, isn't it? Like, it's probably. I mean, they say, don't they, that people are having. There's less sex being had, but a lot of that's because, yeah, the rate of single.
That's not what you said a week ago, man. You said they're having the sex having has gone up again. That's what you told me.
No.
You did.
You cut me off. What they've said is that people like this generation are having less sex than like previous generations, right? Like our parents' generation and before. Like people are generally becoming less, right? Just because it's been going down gradually over decades doesn't mean like we are at a sexless. Like I say, Japan. If it was like Japan, yeah, we got a serious problem. But we are nowhere like that, right? And things more men have got laid. But it is worth noting that two can be consistently right. Right? You can have both to be true. Because that survey is limited. Because, like you say, men could technically have had sex once that year, and they would be included as having sex, right? Wouldn't be sexless. But it doesn't mean they had a lot of sex. So you could have, well, in the past, because there was more people married already at a younger age, people going to unis less, people having families at a younger age, man and wife, long-term relationships, that's where most of the sex tends to happen. So people will get more consistent sex, whereas now, yeah, if you're in and out of relationships, or you're an occasional hookup or whatever, it's not going to be as consistent the amount of times you're having sex, so less sex is being had. But that doesn't mean like there's an epidemic of people never getting laid. You know, both things can be true. Because the studies show that most of the regular sex is had for obvious reasons, right? Like if you're in a relationship, unless you're in a sexless relationship because the relationship's going bad, I mean, obviously that does happen, dead bedroom, but majority of relationships aren't dead bedrooms. So, you know, that's why like that addicts guy says, if you want access to regular sex, your best bet is to get into a relationship, because he said this notion of being like, even if he said you're a good looking guy, this notion that you're going to just be able to like slay is kind of a myth. Very few people do that. Like most people do just, once they get someone they like, they will be in a relationship with them, and then they'll be having regular sex with that individual. So, you know, he does advocate that your best hope is to get into a relationship if you want sex regularly, like, you know, every week, or if you're living with them, I guess most days, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I can't find out. I will, just for the interest, I will try and find that study, because, you know, I normally can find them. If I can find it, then fair enough, I will accept what it says, but you know, I can't find it. So, but I'll try.
I mean, you are willing to accept that, yes, male virginity may be on the rise, like, as well, you know.
I think, you know, I don't know the stats, but I would wager it probably is, but probably it's only going to be like a little bit. I don't think it's going to be like drastic, like a huge...
Not drastic, but like Jimmy Ladd, but I guess now Jimmy Ladd isn't sounding so fucking insane,
because Jimmy
right?
Ladd's just crazy talk, like, because he says like all women are chasing like the top 10, which again isn't true. So he's just another one of those who just exaggerates. So there may be like some, like even Lookism, like say, hey, it's extreme thought. I said it's based on blue pill truths, which is why it's funny when they try and mock blue pill, because Lookism is kind of blue pill that looks are advantageous. If you want to be against blue pill, you be a Luffy Doofy and say, well, looks are actually hindering you. Chad actually is less desirable than Danny DeVito. That's what most people would disagree with. But Luxism at its core is blue pill. But what Luxism does is it just exaggerates it. It puts it on steroids, and that's what makes it shocking to people who aren't part of the community and why it stands out. But is that exaggeration true? Well, no, and it doesn't even add up with the studies. You know, it's not true. It's just to create drama. You know, it's to be like an outrage. Like, oh. And it works, to be fair to them, because people...
I don't know, yeah. I think...
People don't like boring content, do they? People like something that's extreme.
I think we
whether it's right or wrong.
I think we've made a bit of a breakthrough tonight, and I think... I hate to say it, but I think... that Jimmy Ladd video is kind of to blame, you know?
Well, I mean, you know, you follow Pearl, so I mean, I guess I should be surprised.
It's true, she does come out with that stat constantly.
You can believe Pearl and you can believe Jimmy. Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
I mean, I don't know. Well, anything else?
You didn't want to look at the higher IQ videos. You didn't want to watch all those, but you want to watch your Jimmy boy and your Pearl. And okay, whatever.
No, we can watch something. I guess something else if you want. But I don't know.
To be fair, it's not as intense because it's more dry when you're like a dry video that's just
kind of
about study. Yeah, I know it's more boring, but the problem is it is more informative. But saying that, the press guy and that Jimmy guy, I didn't find they were entertaining either. I mean, they were a bit boring.
Yeah, well, the guys are doing much.
They didn't have much character. That's what I'm saying. You know,
his character was a doomer. You know.
Yeah,
that was his character.
Not really fun to watch that.
Oh, well. Anyway, we've been kind of going we've been going for 3 hours, man. That's a long time.
Yeah, long time. Yeah, and you had me scrambling there trying to like.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. It benefited both of us, right? I mean, knowledge is good, right? So.
Trolling me more like, because you're like.
Oh, really? So you're still just you.
It's not knowledge. Knowledge would have been you had a study lined up. You had the source, or you had a decent video, not just some doomer with no sources, and then some obscure websites which list something which I can't find either on the Washington Post or the general social feed.
So you will not accept that graph, that stat.
No, unless you can find the study exists.
Well, I tell you what,
I'm not stupid.
Let's have a look. Let's think about this. Maybe next time we can.
I can find you studies that lizard people exist in studies on these sort of sites.
Oh, yeah, but this was just ridiculous.
I can find you all sorts of studies.
Well, what it is, I mean, Washington Post may have retracted, but I mean, what I said before makes sense.
Oh, so now you're going into the conspiracy land.
No. It's not a conspiracy because OkCupid.
Why did they retract it then?
Well, OkCupid, because they were too blackpilling, OkCupid retracted all their studies.
Is that what OkCupid said? They retracted it because it was too blackpilling?
They didn't give any comment. They literally said no comment.
That's your assumption. So again, that's a conspiracy. It could just be that the data was wrong. That's the most likely explanation. That's why.
Yeah, but if the data was wrong, wouldn't Washington Post have said stop using that graph? It's wrong. You know, we don't endorse that graph. We don't endorse our name on that graph. Stop using it. But that graph is all over the place, man. This is kind of a thorn in our sides, man. I don't know. I hate to say it, you know.
It's a thorn in your head, Ice Cap, but that's all it is. It's certainly not a thorn in my side.
All right. Well.
You know, fake news exists for a reason, right? Thankfully, we're not in China yet, although they want the internet to be like that, where they can literally censor and monitor everything. You can post what you want on the internet within reason, you know.
No one came in the chat except for Kev TV.
He's
Who's
He
your
didn't
biggest
stay
fan?
long. I don't mind talking to
Who's your
Kev
biggest
TV.
fan?
Yeah, I mean, if he's actually got something to say rather than being a 24-year-old coping. He's one of them, by the way. Kev TV is a self-admitted 24-year-old virgin. So he's one of these guys that we're talking about.
He said he's 24 in the chat.
Yeah, 24. He did. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense with what he says because he said he was 6 years from me.
He
And
said he was our age.
I got it wrong. I think because when someone says wizard, I always forget. Do they mean a 30-year-old virgin or a 40-year-old virgin? I think it is 30-year-old actually. I always thought it was 40-year-old virgin was a wizard, but it could be 30-year-old. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. But I mean, bro, man. Maybe these doomers are onto something, you know. Holy shit. I never would have thought it before.
What?
Come on, man, you can't be...
Doomers is one girl. Well,
You're like the anti-doom. Your doom, your brand of doomer is anti-doomer.
I am the anti-doomer. Yes.
But that is also a brand of doomerism in a way because your doomerism is like everything's okay as it all fucking burns down. It's like it's all fine, you know. As it's all fucking collapsing, you know. I don't know.
No, that don't make any sense. I scared.
It doesn't do it.
Let me test this. So is the opposite to a negative a negative?
Yes. I know. Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So a positive is negative in your eyes. Yeah. The opposite to negative is positive.
Yeah.
So you think positive is negative?
I think two positives make a negative or some shit. Something.
I'm not saying two positives. I'm saying the opposite to a negative.
No, yeah, you're wrong. You're right. But
there you go. So
but
it doesn't make sense. You can't say like an anti-doomer is a doomer. No, it's
I know. But one positive in a whole bunch of negatives will not make a difference. You know. Is that?
I'm not saying whether it makes a difference or not. I'm just saying that I'm anti.
I mean, it's true. That's true. That's very good.
To a doomer, right?
It's definitely. I prefer it. I prefer that attitude.
I'm not looking to change the world with it, but I'm just saying if even one person who would go doomer doesn't, then that's good enough because at least I've saved one person. So you know, if it at least influences someone, then that's good. I think people are very irresponsible who are pushing doomerism on other people because that's harming people. That's actually pretty selfish. Like people who glamorize doomers. Not all doomers do this, but some do. Some glamorize it like, oh yeah, be a doomer. Some do, and that's bad.
Have you seen?
People just want to say, look, I'm struggling and I'm feeling bad and I've given up. Yeah, that's one thing.
Well, that is what they're saying. Well, that is what he was saying.
Though some glamorize it. It's like the same way people glamorize like being a neat or something.
Have you seen that film, The Dark Knight?
Yes.
Do you think Jimmy Ladd wants to watch the world burn?
I know. Again, you seem quite obsessed with this Jimmy guy. I think you need to
he's a
interview
good
Jimmy
one.
guy. You seem to be thinking about him a lot.
I dropped him a few comments. I'm sure. Well, one.
To be honest,
He didn't reply.
I don't know the guy. No bad thing towards him, but I just don't care. He's like, who is he? I don't know. I don't care.
But do you think
you like him? You're talking to someone that I just
from
don't know.
what you said a minute ago? Do you think these guys they just want to watch the world burn? Is that what you think? Because I'm not sure myself. Because if you go on the forums, a lot of them
some
do.
are more bitter, but not all of them. No, I don't think all people do. It depends on the person, doesn't it? It depends how bitter you are. Because you've got to be quite a bitter person and messed up to want the world burned, like full of anger and rage. I don't think all are. Some are. But then it's
some of them
doomers.
may
There's
want
some like that in the MGTOWs. There's some like that in the Red Pill. They want the world to. They want society to crumble. It's that sort of thing where they all want.
Well, you know,
hell, right?
Dashboard wanted that. He said a
it's
couple of times.
It's the revenge fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah, revenge
they
fantasy.
assume
Yeah.
that if the world goes to hell, they're going to come out on top. They think they're like some Mad Max.
Yeah.
The reality is they'll probably be the people that just
No. The proper doomers. No, that may be true in this kind of Dashboard kind because he's a big guy kind of. A lot of doomers are like, well, you know, you'll be killed. Like they're like, so what, you know? It's you know that doesn't matter to them. Their life is already forfeit. So that's real doomer. That's like hardcore doomerism, you know.
But then again, how many of those actually believe it and how many don't?
I'm not sure. Yeah, and once it comes, it's like be careful what you wish for. If it actually happens, how many of them would be like, oh shit, what,
These guys aren't literally and good that they're not literally at their wits' end because they're still around, right? If you catch my drift, they're not like.
Yeah, I understand.
Obviously, it's good.
But I mean, I'm not sure. Like, how many of them secretly want that, and how many of them, just like Steve Hoker, wanna, make real political in a peaceful and political manner, want to make some changes that way, in a.
Maybe, but the whole political thing is,
It's cope.
Isn't going to happen, is it? Yeah, I mean, because even the political side, that's what like the old right wanted to do, and other right wings or people who want social change. I mean, unless you have some of the elites on your side or some of the system, you can't enact change. I mean, and if you're a fringe movement, I think I've heard before you need about like.
No, but they are at least bringing incel knowledge into the mainstream, which is good. But I mean, that could be guys like us doing that as well.
Knowledge is just like poison. This is like you might as well just give people.
No. What I mean is not knowledge. Sorry, I used the wrong word. Awareness, which is a good thing.
Awareness to what? A lot of it's based on BS, to be quite frank. It's not.
Well,
based on
no. Look at that very first stream, that very first article I sent you. What does it say? You quoted me. You read me it an hour ago. You read me it.
The very first one. What do you mean the very first one? The one that was bullshit, I couldn't find it.
Psychology Today.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay.
So that's exactly what I mean. That's good, right? But that doesn't have to be doom.
Hold on, Ice Cat. That's not an incel community post. That's a mainstream post.
Exactly.
Right?
That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point.
About incel, talking incel content.
Yeah.
I'm saying the people from the incel sphere don't provide much.
Yeah, but it's provided awareness. It's got them talking. It's got them going. Who are these guys? Why are they like this?
That's gone on a long time ago. The reason why
come on, man.
There was always men who were lonely. There was always men.
Yeah, but it's good
on the fringes of society.
It's good that
there's always been awareness of that.
It's good that they're brought to more awareness, right? I mean, but what I'm saying is that could be guys like me and you bringing that to awareness anyway. So it doesn't. Maybe it has more passion if it's kind of those doomer guys bringing it forward. Maybe, I don't know.
A lot of these doomer guys speak in monotone voices. They don't have any passion in their voices. They're quite boring, to be honest. Good for ASMR to send you to sleep, but that's about it.
So who is it bringing the awareness to Psychology Today, guys? I mean, guys like me, guys like me and you, maybe.
No one in the community are doing that. It's normally people who are like part of OSA at higher socioeconomic classes, people who are like study psychology and that, people who are involved with the studies, people who do these samples.
So they're doing a good thing.
Get the info.
So it's not all bad out there.
That stuff's been going on. Evo psychology's been going on a long time. You talk like this is just something. This is the thing. This is delusions of grandeur from the incel community when they think they're actually brilliant. This is just something that's always been around.
Yeah, but it's good that
incel is a derogatory term. So if anything, they've damaged the image of lonely men, because now a lot of people think of lonely men more like they're going to be like some shooter, for example. Whereas decades ago, that wasn't such a thing. People were still wary of people because they thought, well, it might be a bit unhinged. But generally, no, the incel is a derogatory term. It's not good. It's not a good term. That's why some people who are incels don't even want to be associated. It's why, like, Bill Greathouse wanted to keep it TFL because he knew incel, almost like a psyop, you'd say, because it's a way to, if you label yourself as an incel, you're automatically slurring yourself. So that's why he was against anyone calling himself incel. You should call yourself TFL. And I agree, it's a better term because incel makes you sound entitled, and it's a slur because it's been negative associations because of like the shootings and that. And also, incel refers more to like sex. TFL has always been a better description, which Steve Hocker used and Bill Greathouse, because that you can build more sympathy with that because it's about being lonely. True force loneliness. It's not just about getting your dick wet. If you have that attitude, or just get dick wet, people they're not gonna listen to you. They're not gonna be like, well, you're just entitled. You're just like you need to grow up. You're just thinking about sex. You're not gonna get
I feel like.
But if you're like, look, I just want to find someone to
I feel like we digressed.
Love. I'm tired of being lonely. That you will get sympathy. People will be more willing to listen.
That's
to
true.
You.
That's true.
You know, and that's why Bill Greathouse was right.
I feel like we've digressed from the point. I feel like we've digressed from the point from 5 minutes ago.
Okay, we'll bring it back. Bring it back to the point then.
Well, the point was that article I showed you, Psychology Today. You don't think it's a good thing that those articles are coming out?
Yes, but but like I said, I addressed the point. I said you started off by claiming that the good content's coming out of the incel sphere, and then you're giving an example that's not from the incel sphere. So again, that's off topic.
My point. My point was they are using content from the incel sphere to make their studies. I mean, that's obvious, right?
No, they're not.
They are.
No, they're not.
They're looking at incels. They're literally saying like
they're incels, but not their content.
Yeah, but how would they find the incels if the incels don't make themselves known? I mean, it's kind of basic.
Right? Incels don't make content. So what are you on about? It's only a very.
Well, so how do they make their studies then?
Because they ask people, right? What are you incel about? Not. So it's like the sex studies, isn't it? They just ask people, right?
No, but how do they do these studies? Like, incels are more likely to be shut-ins. NEETs. Incels are more likely to have these habits. They have to learn about incels because.
How do they select the people to answer the question? I mean, I don't know the exact reason. I guess I could go to the paper and try to find.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you don't want to give any credit at all to incels being vocal. It just seems sad, man. It's just.
I just think you're trolling again. I mean, there's no.
What? I think you're trolling.
What you're saying, man. Like,
I think you're trolling, man.
What you're saying, yes.
I think you're trolling. Because
I'm trolling, man. I'm being consistent. I'm trying to answer your question.
So you think all Doomer incels all over the place are just STF, shut the fuck up and just get on with it and just stop annoying people.
You're strawmanning me because I never said they should just not have a voice. So you're strawmanning me. You're misrepresenting me.
But you're saying their voice is not heard. No one gives a shit about them. Then she's got to man up because.
I didn't say no one gives a shit about them. And I gave suggestions to what's better. Like, say, Bill Greathouse, he said the same, right? He said, look, if you label yourself as incel, then don't be surprised if people have a negative opinion.
But they're not. That's my point is that opinion is changing. That opinion is slowly changing with work.
In your mind, maybe, I don't think it is, Ice Cat. I don't think it is. That's
let me read.
I don't think that's true.
Let me reread that Psychology Today article because.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it again.
It was positive. It was shockingly positive, man. Like, it's. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really not.
Why people call you a troll?
No, I'm not trolling.
I don't think it was. I thought it was a bit harsh. See, so I mean, maybe I'm not harsh enough then, because I thought it was a bit harsh. Like, obviously, they were like.
Here we go. Psychology Today. What do we know about incels?
A lot of incels would reading that they would get outraged because it was. You think it was not harsh enough, maybe? A tough love, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did say I'm a believer of that, yeah. Okay. Oh, wow, William Costello. Is that Will? The guy I used to talk to, the American guy. It's pretty good, man. I mean, let me quote.
William Costello is.
It's a different guy. You're right.
Yeah, because I think he's quite a big YouTuber, isn't he? If I'm thinking of the same guy.
I know. I used to talk to another guy, an American guy called Will.
Yeah, I remember listening to that. I listened to that.
Yeah.
On your old channel.
All right, so let me quote this. He says, As a psychologist, I've observed the incel community from a distance for some time. I've seen extreme views about women, other men, and dating in general, which shocked and troubled me. I saw hopelessness, despair, bravado, and variety. While I'm far from an incel sympathizer, I drew two perhaps controversial conclusions. First, among the suffering caused by this subculture, the majority was directed inwards, Second, many incel stereotypes, such as being primarily white, right-wing, these didn't fit. See, stuff like this is good, right? This is good, this stuff going into the mainstream, right? You can agree with that, right? Hello?
So I'm just rereading it.
Alright.
So, no, because I'm just, what, was he like talking with the incels? No, I'm just reading it.
There was one thing he said, basically. He's not demonizing them, is what I'm saying. He's actually, he's putting them in a surprisingly positive spin on them. Which in my opinion is a good thing.
Oh, the first part's not. Look, first, I'm on the suffering caused by this subculture. So he's saying the suffering they cause other people.
Yeah.
But he's saying the majority of the suffering is directed at themselves. That's
Yes.
not positive both ways. But then he's saying secondly, which is what you would say is more. Is it? The first one's just like saying they're not all white. So I don't know whether you think that's positive or negative.
Positive.
And they're not all right wing. So like because
Also
I
positive.
think I read something before that majority of incels are actually left wing, actually not right wing. So that's like
That makes sense because most of them are not white. A lot of them are not white these days, so it makes sense.
Well, I think it's because they were using like the whole stereotype about right wings being incel. I know why they do that is to slander the alt right because they would say, "Oh, you're alt right. Oh, you're an incel." Right?
Yeah, that as well.
Right wing. But I think most incels are actually more left wing. Yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, but he doesn't. Yeah, but you said, but he doesn't say what he did. He didn't go, "Oh, well, I was reading incel YouTubers and content they do." I am.
No, he did. Let me.
This is really. So he doesn't. That's the
He
thing.
did. Let me quote. Let me repeat my quote. All right, I'll say it slowly. If you could just listen,
He doesn't even say how he came to his conclusion.
Can you listen? Can you listen while I repeat the quote? Can you? All right, here we go. As a psychologist, I have observed the incel community from a distance for some time. I've seen extreme views about women, other men, and dating in general, which shocked and troubled me. I saw hopelessness, despair, bravado, and variety. While I am far from an incel sympathizer, I drew two perhaps controversial conclusions. First, among suffering caused by this subculture, the majority was directed inwards. Second, many incel stereotypes, such as being primarily white, right-wing men, didn't fit. So he has observed incel community.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I get your point now. Okay, I understand more. Alright.
yeah.
But it's not a huge point though, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but it's baby steps, like
because it's
baby
mixed.
steps,
The
man.
first half's quite bad, and then the second half he's saying, I know there's all these really bad things they say, but, and that's why he even has to say, I'm not an incel sympathizer, I'm far from it, right? Far from an incel. But he says, look, they're not, he's saying that they're not all bad.
Yeah,
he's saying there
that's
is
it.
some
And that small step,
but-
that small change has made it worth it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Little bit of light at the tunnel for those for all the incel mofos out there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll ask the question then. When did incel become such a bad thing? Because it hasn't always been like that. Like, when has it got such this negative connotation? Incel wasn't really used before loads of words.
Elliot
We're old
Roger?
enough to remember.
Elliot Rogers, I think, was the first one.
Yes, and where did Elliot Roger hang out and string from? He was on multiple forums and communities, right?
Yes.
Online, the early days of, you could say, like, Manosphere stuff.
Okay.
So the point is that these communities that you want to praise as improving things kind of were the start of when things went bad, right? Like, these communities were able to form, and then their views were spread, and obviously people from outside those communities, whether it was because the victims of like a shooter who came from these forums, they were spending on their echo chambers, right? Or whether people then discovered, like, oh my god, these people have these opinions, and they started writing like hit pieces. This all came because people realized it. Before then, there was no like stigma of like incel and that. You might just be called like a lonely person, but there was not this like what it was, where like you could say normies really started to like think, oh look, incel, and everyone started to use that as an insult to someone when you want to put them down.
But that came when the communities first formed. So when you say, well, incel communities are spreading, yeah, but they were the cause for why incels got such a bad reputation. And of course, you know, the shootings. But again, a lot of these, you know, maybe I shouldn't say shootings, you know, people who did the stuff, they were in these communities, right? If you want to go through the list, they all were.
Yeah.
And that's why when they do investigations, so I don't think, if you're going to say, well, are these a net benefit? Well, no, they've been a net negative.
Yeah,
but your argument would be that they've been so bad
the light,
maybe they're turning a corner, but...
Yeah, there's the fact that they can slowly climb back up from that is a positive, in my opinion. Did you say there was a latest today? I mean, that's not going to go down well, is it? What? Is there any sort of... Oh, there was a shooting today in America, right? There was, yeah.
You said he was an incel.
It looks like it could be, yeah.
So that's gonna just, again, people's perception. That's, you know, stuff like that happens. That's unfortunately gonna reflect very badly on the community. So any sort of goodwill that's, you're saying, slowly building up will just be eradicated, something like that. Because you gotta hope that he's like not involved with any of these communities and not on it, because then they can't use that. But if they have, if he had been like on these forums or been in these communities, they're going, oh, look at the content he was, because they do the same if it's like a...
Well, we'll have to wait and see about that one.
Look at all these communities. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You better hope it's not, because if not,
well,
then obviously
maybe you could do a quick check. It happened in Alabama. Type Alabama school shooting. Is that alright while I just play this?
Yeah, I've got Google Apps, fine. I don't know much about it, so I only saw the headline.
Yeah.
You know, 4 people died and 28, it's the Sweet 16 birthday party.
Yeah.
It's a high school athlete. So he's an athlete. It's normally not meant
to really?
It's like to be incel, so it may not be an incel.
Oh, fucking oofy doofy theory coming forward again, man.
Yeah, maybe he got tired of them, you know. He's like, I'm tired of, you know, I'm a masculine, athletic man.
He's a Chad cell. They're calling them Chad cells.
I mean, it's an elementary school. It happened.
Elementary school? That's fucked up. That means they're little kids.
Oh, no. That's something different, because that was 2022.
Yeah. No. This happened literally yesterday. Is it happened in Alabama? If you type in Alabama, I'm sure.
Yeah, that happened in Alabama as well.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't want to subscribe to the news thing.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Right, I'm trying to bring up a different article, because that one... I got ad block on, that's why I didn't like it. Yeah. Right, so yeah, it was a birthday party at a dance studio, teenagers.
Yeah.
The person... Oh, no, that's someone who was killed, he's 18.
18? Yeah, the brother. Apparently, there's a girl's birthday party.
One of the 4 killed was an 18-year-old.
Yeah, the brother. I didn't know he was 18.
ClaphamThor, Darryl, a high school senior, known in the community as a star football player. Is that your...
Yeah, that's the brother.
Jock, right? And then New York Times report 18-year-old high school volleyball player, track manager, E.K. Nicole Smith was killed. Some of the injuries are critical, so the death count may rise. Is that all the details?
Yeah, well, it just happened.
Away.
It just is recent. Well, there'll be more news on it, but I mean, it sounds.
Yeah,
it sounds
too early to say. I think
it does sound incelish. So let's be honest, right?
You say that, but it could be.
It could be.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
No, it could be like a breakup. It could be someone cheating.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that.
Why people go like post.
That's similar. Right? That's related. Yeah. I mean.
That's why I know like incels get a bad press, but
yeah, it's true,
you know more people commit violence when like a relationship goes bad.
Yeah.
This is why I remember like
I'm pretty sure some psychologist. I don't know if it was Freud, but some Freudian type psychologist. He did say like 90% of violent crime committed by men is sexually motivated. It's something to do with sex or relationships or something like that. Can you believe that?
I heard that one before. Well, yeah, I
Yeah, it
men
makes
do
sense,
get
right?
very impassioned, you know, and you got the whole white knight thing. It's always
Yeah.
around women, like
Yeah.
violence, isn't it?
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's really messed up.
Yeah, I mean that's
So
the
they-
thing.
Yeah.
A lot of men, when there's like a breakup or cheating, they commit violence, right?
Unfortunately,
It's like-
so yeah.
You know, like football, and I remember there was that Arsenal fan channel. I think I told you this before, and like one of the prominent guys, he was making good money because he was like,
Oh, he
big
was-
YouTube,
He was beating his
YouTuber.
wife or something.
Mr. DT is
Yeah.
his name, and his wife, well, it was his ex, wasn't even his current. She was,
Oh yeah.
he had tracked her, and then because she was at a hotel with another man, he went there, dragged the man out, beat him, and then held her to ransom, was going to put her in the car until someone apparently intervened. She
yeah,
managed
no.
to get away. And
Mr.
then he went to prison for it, about 2 or 3 years. Yeah, Mr. DT. His channel's back, he's out of prison, I checked in. He's out of prison now.
Oh my God, is he
And
still
he's
popular?
making- He has like 200, 300
Holy
views.
shit, look at this
All
guy.
he's doing is, all he does is react to a football match. He doesn't even go to the games now. I guess maybe he's not.
Does he
allowed
not
to.
get fucking slated about what he did to his wife?
Yeah, he does. I mean, he made an apology video, said he's
Yeah.
going to move on, he's not going to talk about it now.
I'm
I mean,
looking
he's
at
not
him
allowed on
now.
the official, he's
You-
not allowed on the official fan channel no more, he's not going back on there. But he's his own, his
He looks a bit like.
own channel.
He looks a bit like.
He's in
Yeah,
his
I'm.
40s,
Yeah.
mid-40s.
He looks a bit like John Anthony P. Way, but more ugly, slightly more
Yeah,
ugly.
at one point, he was probably, for football, the most famous fan in
Oh
the
yeah.
world.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh
known
yeah.
on through like social media. He had such a presence, and he was the one that made Arsenal AFTV is the channel. They're like the biggest
Yeah.
fan channel. They even get my Sky Sports News and that. He basically helped make the channel because of his rants. He would get really angry, and everyone liked watching it because, you know, again,
Yeah.
it's not just like, you know, people like to see people get emotional, right? So
Yeah.
he is an emotional guy. And do you know the funny thing is, because when I I'd watch videos because, you know, I like my sports and that, and it was funny seeing people rant, right? So people would make comments that, oh, DT, when Arsenal would lose, your missus better run away or she's going to get beaten, and it was like a running joke. And
Oh
the
yeah.
funny
Yeah.
thing was,
It was
it
really
actually turned out to be true. He was like a woman beater, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, you know, it just shows, right? I mean, I don't know. Like,
No.
we all
I
talk about
don't feel-
doomers, but then this is another thing. There's a guy that maybe he had a harder earlier life, I don't know. He seems a bit of like a chavvy guy, you know, but he had it set. He had
Yeah.
it set. He was making good money, status,
Oh.
and then you do something like that over an ex and, like, you know, go to prison, no longer allowed. He's still got a good channel, but, you know, he's not gone that big like the fan channel no more. A lot of people turned against him. Probably lost a
not
lot
surprised.
financially as well, I guess. You know, I mean,
I'm not surprised.
right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I know, like, this is what I mean. It's not just like backpillars and that bad. There's a lot of people who fuck up.
Yeah.
And they're from like good positions. And that's actually worse, to be honest, when you're in a good position and you throw it away.
It must be.
Like, if you never had it good, like, you know, the one thing I suppose you could say in the favour of Doom is that, yeah, they shouldn't give up, but I guess if they were always in a shitty position, they're not thrown away. You know, it's not like they had it laid on a plate for them and then they threw it away. The guys that literally could have had it all, they made it, and then they do something stupid and ruin it all. That's
Well,
worse. You know,
have you heard of something called the hedonic treadmill?
yeah, but I can't remember what it means.
So what it means, right, is like, even if you get everything you ever wanted, you still won't be happy, because it's just human
Okay.
nature.
True.
That's why, like, you
That's
get.
why, like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why it
that's why-
happens.
people self-delete even if they're rich and famous, right?
Stuff like that, exactly.
It's true, and it's also because the human condition means that you do kind of get accustomed to how much or how little you have. To where you always want more, and this is why, like, I suppose rich people, you know, like, who are driven by greed, they want more. It's never enough. Yeah.
Never enough, man. Hedonic treadmill. Freaking.
But, you're vaping. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's not
You're
very
vaping.
nice, man. These elf bar things.
Yeah, you look like you're struggling.
I swear I got one and it was nicer. And this one just doesn't taste that nice, but then you puff it a few more times and it's nice. It starts getting a bit nicer, maybe, I don't know. It's
When
hard.
did you stop smoking it? Okay, was it?
I maybe a few, kind of recently, but I never liked smoking unless I was drinking, and then I started vaping, and it was like much nicer than cigarettes. So I thought, okay, I can smoke.
That's the worst. The irony is that's
It's
the
worse,
most
right?
unhealthy.
Yeah.
Because like the effects of the cancer risk. Apparently, most of it's when you combine the alcohol and smoke.
Oh right,
Which most
drinking
people
and
do,
smoking.
yeah.
Oh right. Well, you
Yeah,
know,
it's
a
the
lot
motivation
of people now, a lot of doctors now saying, oh, you know, those vapes are like pretty bad. They're like bad for you. They're like
That's the thing,
just
they
as bad
don't-
as
they don't
cigarettes.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, more research needs to be done about the long-term effects. It could well be. Yeah, I certainly, just off the top of my head, it doesn't all. Maybe there's chemicals in it. Maybe it increases risk of certain cancers because it's not natural, is it? Like that sort
Yeah.
of stuff that's in there. And I think what I've heard before is they need more research. They don't know. So it's one of those. Some people do sort of joke and say, well, it would be funny if it in a weird, in a dark humour sense, that it turned out to be more unhealthy or just as bad as smoking. That people start going back to smoking because it was actually not as bad. But yeah, I always thought vape. I was like, no, surely it can't be like completely safe. There must be some drawbacks to doing it. I don't know, but it just I would just intuitively.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Nicotine in itself is not good, is it? Is it? I don't know. Just nicotine.
Not
I think
really.
healthy.
Nicotine by itself.
Must be something bad with it, right? I don't think it's good to do. Other than obviously you don't want to be addicted to it, but
I don't think it's that bad by itself. Like, it's probably no worse than caffeine, I would have thought. If literally you could get nicotine just by itself.
I guess the thing is, caffeine does have some health benefits. It has some.
That's what they say, yeah.
It's
But I'm sure if nicotine, you could get nicotine without like the tar, the chemicals. It does have some health benefits as well. I'm pretty sure that they said that.
Okay, I'm not aware of that yet. So
No, I don't particularly like it, but at times like this, freaking 3:30 in the morning, What?
Yeah, but you're still going strong. You're still promotion chance.
I'm just playing this. I'm just playing the AI though.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can get. So does the promotion count towards the multiplayer rank?
No, it does not. It's double.
Oh,
it's
okay, so
one.
separate.
Separate.
Alright. I was gonna say that's an easy way to.
Yeah, no, it
cheese
doesn't.
it, right? To move
Yeah,
up your ranking.
it
Although then
doesn't,
you would get
unfortunately.
hammered when you do play online because you wouldn't be at the right level.
Yeah. Did
It's
you?
annoying that
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, did you have anything else to react to, or anything? Or
Well, I mean,
not really.
there's
Well,
no
I think
point,
I think we talked about
yeah,
some
this
good
one's
stuff.
too long-winded. It's too late in the morning for that sort of.
Yeah, maybe next time.
I don't have anything like that's. The problem is it's probably a bit too heavy. I don't have anything that's just like light and entertaining to react to. That
All right.
would be ideal.
Maybe next
Not
time.
really. Yeah. I mean, it was more. I was hoping to just have a freeway, not freeway that way, but a freeway convo with the ClaphamThor. But
I'm sure it can happen at some point. I'll still be talking.
because he has, like I say, he has that sort of third position outside of us. I think you'd agree, right? That he's like you and me just agree on things, but we're probably closer than both of us are to ClaphamThor. I think he's more different way of thinking, right? Like
he is.
You would have, if we talked about these certain topics, like because sometimes you say you're a bit on the fence with some things anyway. You'd like sort of one foot in one camp.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
But ClaphamThor, I think he's kind of a bit more removed from that, and he's probably more of a red pillar, even if he doesn't realise.
I think so. Yeah, he wants to be. From the looks of things, yeah.
I think he's more into like the PUA stuff, and
I think so, yeah. Oh, you can ask him next time, man. Because let's be honest, it's pretty late, man.
Yeah. If you wanna.
Yeah, wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, because I actually enjoyed this one. Like, we went over some good stuff. So peace out and check.